The Fence's Fortuitous Folly, the first DCC Lankhmar adventure that we are running with such alliteration. Um, and let's see. Maybe it would be good for us to get the recap of the two characters. Maybe I could have Tolliver and Bree kind of recap. Tell us a little bit about what your character has been through from their perspective, and what they're hoping to get out of life here in Lankhmar in the future. So, um, I always pick on Winston first. So why change now? Tolliver, what do you got for us? Who is this character?
All right. So I'm playing Tolliver. He is a sort of a scoundrel and a bum around town. Scraggly looking fellow with some nice clothing that he stole from someone. Still doesn't have shoes. But he's already worn the nice clothing down in the past week since he got them. And he has survived, I was going to say hell on earth, but it was more like a fever dream of a 12-year-old with schizophrenia. I'm not really sure like exactly how to pinpoint it, but several things have happened. He climbed a robot and cracked open its head and stabbed it to death. And that's going to be one of the highlight moments of his life. So biggest thing for him is he has had a conspiracy that rats are taking over the town ever since he found a little tiny halberd next to a rat. Everyone thought he was crazy. Turns out he was absolutely correct. The rats are taking over, and he feels very vindicated.
Yeah, yeah. You learned a lot of things in the second adventure when you were in Lord Sutter's house, and people still think you're crazy, but you've got maybe a little bit more evidence to back up your claims. There's a paper trail. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
and you picked up some treasures and things like that along the way. So you got some gold in your pocket. You're doing some purchasing right now, I think. Um,
Yes.
Bree, what do you got? Who is this character that you're playing?
So, Bree, until very recently, was a entirely respectable member of the city guard. Um, due to some unforeseen personal circumstances, she had to resign and take up being a mercenary, but was still quite well until she woke up in a dungeon with a bunch of crazy people. And things just kind of spiraled from there. So we escaped the dungeon. That was good because people were definitely being turned into people pretzels. So, well, pretzely like this, not to eat.
Yes.
Should clarify. It was gruesome. Lots of people died. A lot of people died at my hand as well. But the weirdest thing was the person responsible for what was going on there turned into a rat and scurried away. So I accompanied Tolliver, who I've known from arresting him many, many times. Well, we kind of dashed together after the rat and followed him into his abode, where we met some very lovely house hunters who really just got in over their head, I think. And we were promptly turned into still people, but itty bitty little people, and had to battle a robot. And choices were made, mistakes were made, but we got a lot of information. We returned to normal size with normal body parts and not wooden cats. And it's been about a week. So I'm settling in, calming down, and accepting that that was a crazy time in my life, and we're going to move past it.
Yes.
And here we are.
Nothing crazy will ever happen to you ever again, I'm sure. Um, you got it there, folks. The Tolliver and Bree were among a group of people that woke up in an old insane asylum here in Lankhmar that had been repurposed as this wizard that Bree spoke of, this rat-changing transforming wizard was using as who knows what kind of sick experiments he was doing for what purpose. You don't really know. You had a wizard friend with you during that adventure who maybe filled you in on a few details that it seemed like perhaps this guy was a worshiper of Isek, broken Isek, and maybe had something to do with his faith, his religion, this patron of pain and misery and disfigurement. But while you were down there, you had been imprisoned with another man named Ruga, who owned a pawn store. So after the events of the Madhouse meet, Tolliver and Bree, you had embarked in you were going to put an end to that rat, and so you went and dealt with that. Meanwhile, the rest of the adventurers that were with you and Ruga kind of dispersed, and Ruga couldn't get it out of his mind, those silver hands. So when he got back to his store, Garmir here, his faithful employee, the two of you, Garmir and Ruga, went back down into the insane asylum where there was this undead creature that had the hands, and it was sitting there waiting at this door that a wizard had placed a spell on the door to prevent its entry. And the two of you, and Garmir, you did most of the heavy lifting on this because Ruga is a coward. But you defeated that zombie and severed those hands off. These pure silver mechanical hands. And they are now in Ruga's shop. In the window for sale. You, of course, don't know anything about this story that Tolliver and Bree just spoke of. All you know is he was willing to pay you some money. It seemed like an easy job, and it was. At that point, all the guards had dispersed. All the horror that Bree and Tolliver had gone through. There was some evidence of that, but you might have gotten some limited details about that from Ruga, but for the most part, you don't know the full scope of everything that happened. So, if you want, let's have Garmir tell us a little bit about your character, what they look like, maybe something about their personality and who they are.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I am sorry. Do you want me to tell you about my character?
Yep.
Okay. So I am a thief who is working as a bouncer for Aruga. And I believe right now I'm just bouncing at what location? Where am I bouncing?
It's just, it doesn't have a clever name. It's Ruga's. Pawn store. It's so, it doesn't even have like a marquee or a sign. It's just a storefront.
Underground, huh? Cool.
Yeah. So, all right. So as our session begins here, Tolliver and Bree are heading off. You've actually been, if we were looking at our map here in Fantasy Grounds, are your tokens still up there? Yeah, your tokens are up, kind of where you've been in kind of the lower city there. You would be down, if you're doing some shopping, of course, you do that down at the Plaza of Dark Delights, especially for some of the things that you all are looking for. Thieves' tools, unloading stolen goods, which you have and are dealing in. This is the place. And so it's sort of after hours time frame, like early evening. Lamps are burning in the pawn shop of Fat Jolly Ruga, who you remember with I don't know, I don't think he garnered much respect with the party, but Those that know Ruga know he's the guy that maybe presses his thumb on the scales of transactions from time to time. But if you need something, he's the guy to go to, right? he'll turn a blind eye to whatever goods that you bring into his shop. He doesn't ask too many questions, and so it's very likely that those lovely realtors or home buyers that you met in yesterday's session, they probably came down here to Ruga to pawn off some of that those alchemical supplies and things like that. So this is where you have come. And as you are taking a stroll down by the pawn store, you can see it is still open. And you step inside. Little bell on the door lets the owner know that you have arrived, that he's got a guest. You can see this man, this character right by the door. What does he look like, Garmier?
Aruga. Sorry.
No, your character. What does your character look like?
My character is short and maybe too skinny, and maybe not as very tough looking for a bouncer. I guess I'm wearing what common clothes from
Okay.
that I bought from Landmark Coles or wherever we are.
Yeah, so you got this kind of fairly sounds like unimpressive looking bouncer at the door that kind of gives you like a look as you're coming in. And Ruga, of course, it comes out very full of cheer as he sees you. He says, "Oh, hello! It's my friends from the other day. Hey, you've decided to stop on by my store. Please feel free to take a look around." And then Ruga kind of looks at you, Garmier, like you don't have to worry about them, kind of look. And Ruga is just kind of pointing out things. He's like, maybe I could interest you in this nice scrimshaw owl. And he picks up this this thing and he like holds it up. He says, this was carved by a sea mingle whose ship went down on the frozen sea. A charm against rough water, I believe. It could have special powers. Help you if you're going on some seafaring adventures.
I'm not, Ruga. I'm not going on a seafaring adventure.
Oh. Well,
Ruga, I'm here for something specific. I broke my tool back in a few days ago, and I need some tools.
Sure. I can hook you up with some tools, no problem. And he goes like rummaging through. He's got like a big like treasure chest just full of like random things, locks and you name it, just uncategorized, like just junk. And so he's rummaging around in there. And as you're kind of gazing around his store, there are all sorts of like oddities intermixed with just kind of normal things that people have left here for consignment. You see like an old battered brass oil lamp, a gear-driven kind of, I don't know what you call it, like the spherical kind of object that has like several other spherical kinds of things on the inside. And it looks like, I don't know, just kind of this interesting, maybe it's like a wizard's tool of some kind, but more than likely it's just a decor piece made of wood and bronze. You can see all sorts of different like bejeweled hookahs and smoking devices and things like that. But then at some point your eyes do a double take as you see those skeletal silver hands sitting behind like right in the front window, like on a cushion, very prominently being displayed.
Yeah, and I was one of the ones that was in the room, right?
Yeah.
So I saw them.
Yeah, you recognize them, and it gives you memory of the horrors that you have been through.
Ruga.
And at some point, you know, he pulls up, oh, here they are, and he kind of hands, you can see there's kind of like it's a kind of a hand-me-down kind of set of tools, but very finely crafted, maybe a little dirtied, but definitely master craftsmanship.
Okay. I'll take him. I was like,
How much you want for him?
And he says, for you, 25 gold pieces. Gold rilks.
Oh, Ruga. That's market rate. Come on now. You can't cut me a deal after saving your life out of the jail. Come on. How about
Oh.
20?
Make a personality check.
Damn it. Personality check. It's per, right?
Yeah. And he says,
11.
of course, for you, 20 gold, that's no problem. I can do that for you. And so you make your transaction, and he says, anything else that you got? Been doing any jobs? You need I got I'll pay cash for whatever you found.
Well, I got this,
And I look around, just make sure that everyone's like cool.
they're like, I got this, this garnet. Can you, cash me out?
And he goes and he takes a look at it and pulls out a little device to help him identify all the different little nuances and angles and cracks. And he's like, oh, it's okay. I guess maybe 10 gold. 10 gold rilks.
That's fair. I'll take it. Bree, did you have anything you wanted to sell?
Some of this old leather armor that I've upgraded. Look very nice, right? Would you take this off my hands? Just don't want to carry it around.
Oh, sure. I could give you let's say two gold for that. 2 gold rilks.
Ruga, no, I did save your life.
Yeah, I know, but I was there. Look at all these holes in it.
Fine. Just
It's-
take it. I don't want to have it. Take the gold.
And he's just like, you kind of hear, sucker. He cashes you out and takes it and tosses it on that chest. And he says, okay. All right, well, look, I got all sorts of things here. Lots of things that, anything you need. If I don't have it, I can get it for you.
Well, we could use some information.
Yeah, what's
See,
that?
I tell you something, you have to keep it secret.
Of
We're
course.
looking for a rat. You remember the wizard? Were you paying attention?
Oh, the wizard. Oh. I was just about to say I'm no snitch, but you were talking about the literal rat.
The literal. Yes, the literal
Ruga,
rat.
the literal rat.
He slipped our grasp after we escaped the asylum. Bree and I, we quite chased him, and we couldn't quite catch him. For reasons that are not my fault at all. So we're looking for any information.
Rats? I mean, I've got a few rats probably poking around in my storeroom, but I really doubt that any of them are wizards. What do you say there, Garmir? Have you seen any hairless rats that strike you as the wizardly type?
No, sir. That makes no sense. They all look the same to me, anyways.
Look, Tolliver and Bree, I pay Garmir very well to keep an eye on things. If there had been any rats in here, he would have seen it.
I'm not asking for rats in your shop, Ruga. I'm asking if you know anyone who could help us find him.
Well,
Any information.
you know, I could. We're friends. We go way back to last week. I could talk to some of the people that I know in the Thieves Guild. Maybe somebody's seen something or heard something. I don't know. It might take a couple of days, but I'll put some feelers out. As he's talking, all of a sudden, there's a clatter over by the window, as you see and hear the pillow kind of like falls off of the the landing or the little ledge right in the window. A couple of other objects knock over, make a clatter to the ground, but then the glass shatters, and you see that little silver hand leaps up through the window and is like scooting down the street. And you can hear Ruga say, "What the heck is that? Garmir, go! Our merchandise is thieving itself."
All right, I see that rat. I'm gonna go try to get it. So I
All right.
chase after this rat. Do I?
Oh, it's not a
Sweet.
rat. It's not a rat.
just-
It's the
it's
silver
the-
hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
I assume it's a silver hand of a robot rat. If I believe everything Winston says.
I mean, yeah, it's it's understandable that you would have thought it was a robot rat hand. That was a matter of talk yesterday. So, Garmir, you're out the window or out the door down the street. How about Bree and Tolliver?
We gotta follow that thing. I mean, it's probably gonna lead back to the wizard.
You're probably right. Let's go.
No,
Thanks, Ruga.
follow those hands. I'll be right behind you. I just gotta lock up. What good is the chance of finding a treasure if you're gonna just get robbed in the process? And you can see he's like fumbling around for his keys
Ruga.
and you're done. Yeah. Okay, so this Ruga's fumbling around. You all are hitting the pavement and you're following the hands. Outside the shop, the nimble hands are already disappearing down the street. It got kind of a lead on you. It jumped out the window, caught you off. You weren't expecting this to happen. But despite the growing night fog, there's still lamplight in shop windows. There are lamplights even out on the street, and so there's a bit of light, and it is glinting off of the metalwork of those hands as it darts down around the corner, sprinting away. So I got to pull something up, a little tracker for us. This is a chase, and there is a reward for whoever wins the race. So it's a little gamey, but I think it's good to lay out like what the reward is for winning, so might influence your decisions that you're going to be prompted to make. Basically, in each round of this chase, you're going to make a roll. It's going to be a D7 roll, and you will add your agility modifier. Each round, this will accumulate in terms of a score that I'll keep track of for us. Whoever's in the lead will be ahead of the others. There's also a score for the hands, and so I've got a graphical representation I'm going to be popping up here so that we can see kind of where you are in relation to the hands. Whoever wins, whoever's in the lead at the end. Granted, you don't. I mean, you could botch this too. You could lose track of the hands, and then we've got a whole different thing to deal with. So no reward if it goes that badly. But if we have somebody that ends up being in the lead and keeping an eye on the hands, they get a point of permanent luck.
Wow.
Yeah, so your permanent luck score will increase by 1. So probably our 2 thieves are really hoping that they get that. So
I have a 6, so I'm also really wanting that.
yeah, it'd help out a little bit more. Rolling a 5, you get a 25% chance basically on any luck check that you're making right now. So that's not good. 1 second. I know I booted this in or loaded this up in here. Yes, I did. Okay. I'm gonna have to.
Rolling a 7.
Oops.
Oh. So
Yeah.
down D6, or how do we roll that?
I'm not sure which one it's on. Did this share?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just gonna put your Oops. What do I have to do? Maybe I have to put a grid on here.
This is like reminds me of Call of Cthulhu. They have chase rules similar.
Yeah, and there's a couple of different adventures that have chase rules. This one is like very particular to itself, from what I understand. I haven't done any of the others, but okay. So this is our tracker. I just want to make sure, can our audience see this? Yes, they should be able to see this. And you got to keep prompting me, because Cliff did a lot of art in this adventure. So I keep forgetting to show you different pieces of art. I'm just trying to see if I missed any yet. Yeah, I should show you. I should show you these skeletal hands. He did a picture of the skeletal hands. So for if I got any DCC people that are watching, my dad is Cliff Karowski. He's one of the artists that does some of the artwork and some of the modules, and I think in the Mutant Crawl Classics book he's got something in there. So here are the skeletal hands darting away from. There's Ruga in the in the window.
Oh, that's great.
Awesome.
I love it.
Is Ruga wearing a baby bonnet?
Yeah, it looks like it. I've got a better picture of Ruga later that you can see his dopey bowl haircut.
Oh, that's right. He's got the bowl haircut. The hands
The
are awesome. I
D7s
love
with
that.
the 8, by the way. Yeah, those are great hands. They look like spiders.
So I got Garmin. I'm just doing pen and paper to keep track of this. That's how we roll. All right. So hands. I'm gonna start this out and roll the hands. They've got a little bit different of a thing going on than you all. Okay. That is all right. Let's see. Garmin, give me your D7 roll as you're sprinting down the street after these hands.
D7, you say?
Yeah, you go to the D8 and then you right click it and go to the custom dice, and then you can click on it on the custom dice.
Did that not work? Let me try this again. Please. I right clicking you.
Not working. Okay. So you rolled a 1, and your agility modifier is 2. So you've got a 3 to start out. Bree.
I rolled a D6 the first time, sorry. Because I'm a slow learner, apparently.
Oh, that's okay. If you wanna re-roll that, you can.
I did. I got a 7.
Oh, okay, 7. So you got all right.
I also rolled a 7, but my modifier is a -1, so it's really a
Ooh.
6.
6 for Bree and Tolliver. What did you have?
Also a 7. That seems unlikely. You just won the jackpot.
Yeah. Hey.
So 7 total.
Plus
Agility
2.
plus
9,
2.
9.
You're also 9. Okay, so Garmin and Tolliver.
This is with the modifier luck.
Agility.
Sorry.
Agility is your modifier.
So I
Yeah, we
just
get
got
to use luck for other stuff.
Okay, so I have a 9 as well then, because I'm plus 2. Sorry.
All right, so here we are. I've got Tolliver. Basically, Tolliver and Garmir are like tied. Like you're just neck and neck as you're bolting down the street, and you guys don't really know each other. I mean, on one hand, Garmir, you're kind of like Ruga's employee in the eyes of Tolliver. There might be a little bit of competition here as you're sprinting to try to be the first one to grab the hands. But all of a sudden, the two of you, you're like actually like right on the heels. Like these hands are like a foot in front of you, And basically, if you're in reach of them, you could make a roll to try to grab at them. However, as you see the hands dancing in the thin night of the fog, and you're probably thinking about maybe doing the tackle to try to, grab onto them, bring them still. Your focus is so keen on them that you don't see the man that lurches out of a doorway until you have collided with him, and he is in a welter of limbs. So the two of you both kind of like run into this guy that just came out of a doorway. Old man, and he falls to the ground, and you can see he's like clutching his knee, and he's squealing in pain. You dumb bastard! What the hell are you doing? Why aren't you watching where you're going? Do you know who I am? And he's just going on and on and on. What do you do?
Do I know who you are? You're a guy that can't look both ways before they step out.
Oh my God, you giving me that lip? Constable! Constable! And he's just yelling. Tolliver, what are you up to?
I am. Dang it! I was hoping I had some kind of cool item I could just pull, but the best I got is a candle. So I'm just gonna say,
watch where you're going. I was walking right in that door, and you bumped right into me.
you, and I'm like blaming Garmier, like he's the one that did it, and I'm like yelling at him too with the old man.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be on my way. I have to go.
And then as you are about to take off, the man, while he's lying on the ground, like grabs your ankle. He's like, "No, no, no! I need you as a witness. You're the only one that saw this."
So I'm gonna attempt to run.
Okay, you attempt to run. Give me a luck check. So the way that this works, Chris, is you got to roll a d20, and you have to roll less than your luck score is currently. So you have to roll a 10 or lower is good for you.
2.
Okay. So what this is the man just called out for a constable, one of the constables with the black togas that definitely like frequent this area, looking for riffraff. But you managed to slip away before such a person arrives on the scene. And Tolliver, you're kind of stuck there with this guy who's now clinging to your leg. And he's like, "Did you get a good look at him? Could you describe him?"
I'm actually blind. That's why I bumped in. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you're just kind of stuck there. So, I'm going to say, Tolliver, you're gonna be like, kind of down for a round here. Garmier and Bree, give me an agility roll, the D7 plus your agility.
Sorry, I'm gonna make sure it's actually what I'm supposed to be doing. So I have 5.
Okay.
I also had 5, so it'll be 4 for me.
4 for Bree.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're moving on now. Sorry, I should have moved you down for encounter 1, the collision. Now we're on encounter 2, the cry for help. This is... Nope, I got that wrong. Like this. So, Garmier, the hands, they end up scurrying up a like downspout, and they get up onto a roof. Probably not going to be too tricky for you. In Lankhmar, the rooftops of the city are just the rogues' highway. So you've probably been up there before, clambering after different scores and things like that. If you wish, you could give me a climb sheer surfaces check to see if you can skedaddle right after them, or you could try to predict where they're going on the other side of this like block of buildings.
Uh-oh.
Oh, not quite. I was looking for a 10. So you're trying to like get up this wall, and eventually you will get up after it, but just not with the speed that you were looking for. So you still got, by the time you get up onto the roof, you can still see like the hands like do a leap off onto another rooftop and are scuttling. You're just a little bit behind. Bree, you hear something that isn't unfamiliar to you. The type of cry for help that you remember from your days on the city watch. And as you turn around, looking off to your left down a vacant alleyway, you can see that there is a rather elderly-looking woman who is clutching a purse, and two roguish types with daggers, silver daggers drawn. They've got her at knife point. They seem to be robbing her as she's crying, "Help! Help! Why? This stupid city, why? Get away from me!" She's struggling a bit, trying to put up a fight.
All right, I'm gonna look back to Tolliver and be like, "Go after them. I'll deal with this, and I'll go over there and use my best guardswoman voice and hey, you two, scurry. None of this."
They both like turn their attention to you, daggers drawn. They say, "What? What do we got here? You just won, huh? Well, I like our odds."
Do you know? Do you really? Do you know what I've done with this thing? And I hold up my ridiculous weapon. And I'm like, things that you wouldn't believe. Just try to intimidate him a bit.
You just see the old woman like turns around and pulls off her wig and pulls out a silver dagger of her own. She says, "Ha! 3 of us and 1 of you." Give me a quick initiative roll.
All right. Let's see.
Bree, have you learned nothing about the city?
My job has always been to protect the city. These
How do you think I kicked that old man?
terrible people. Is it for me, or do I need to roll it?
You can roll it. It's just kind of like an informal roll off the tracker.
All right.
Okay, they get the jump on you, and so you end up getting like kind of surrounded or pinned in this alley, as they start taking like swipes with their daggers. First one swings, and gets a crit right off the bat. I do have the encounter for this. 1 second. The 3 thieves. All right. So, crit table 3. And here we go. We rolled a 4. So, powerful strike hammers into your knees. It's going to make a second attack on you right after this one. So, first attack, you take 5 points of damage. The second attack is a 15. I think I saw you, maybe it was a yes, but I didn't hear what you said.
Sorry. I see 13 on the thing, but it does hit.
All right, 4 points of damage.
All right.
And then a miss and a miss. Your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna take my battle axe and say, "You little assholes," and I'm going to take it and I'm gonna swing around kind of in a circle as my deed and just try to like whack them all as much as I can.
Yeah. This is bringing back shades of the Madhouse meat. So
Yeah.
if this succeeds, I'll basically say deed die of damage to the residual ones.
All right.
Ooh,
Oh, I do have the D thing. Like it's also there too, but
unless you're gonna burn a bunch of luck, that'll miss.
I might have to because like I have not a lot of
Yeah.
so they can kill me.
So, we'll come back to you. We'll roll an
Okay.
initiative round every time I come back to you, so
Okay.
that you might have a chance to like bump yourself back up. We'll do it old school.
Okay.
That's what you used to do, old school. You rolled initiative every single
every single
turn.
time.
Yep. All right. So, I think this is the next encounter here. So, Tolliver, you were still like sitting here with the guy. You were delayed a little bit. What would you like to do? He's pleading with you. Please, I need you.
Oh.
I need you to verify my story.
I'm gonna bust and run. Be like, I can't see. I'm sorry. Just go running.
All right.
Hands out like I'm blind.
Agility, D7 plus agility.
All right. Oops, that's a D8. Oh, come on now. So 3.
3 total. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Garmin, you can also give me your roll.
For initiative?
For the D7 plus your agility.
Oh, sorry. Ah. So that is 4.
4. Okay. So you've lost a little time, and these hands just scuttle along like they end up like scuttling like back down to the street level, and so you end up having to like hop down after them. You're not too far behind when an elderly gentleman lurches out of the shadows, like kind of like right as you hop down off of the building. There is just like a man down there who sees you hop down, and he says, "Did you see them? Did you see the hands?" He cries and he grabs you. You can't help but notice that he has a full pouch of coin hanging off, very heavy pouch of coin hanging off his hip. And his clothing, he doesn't really look like just like a hobo man that was like sleeping here on the street. Like he kind of looks like a noble type.
Alex, is the encounter here assuming that we want to rob a random old man? Like, is that the
Yes.
challenge with this
Yes,
encounter?
it's you could make an attempt to make some loot if you want to in the process.
So this man has grabbed me. He's kind of like got me, right?
Yeah.
So I say, yeah, we've got a party of people who are trying to get those hands, and I try to reassure him while I attempt to pickpocket him.
All right. Let me see the pickpocket check. So using your okay, yeah, 19, no problem. Like you're just like, yeah, arm around his shoulder, like kind of like looking down, other hand right on his purse, and yoink, easy, super easy. And he's old. He doesn't seem like he's like paying attention. He's like, yes, yeah. And there's all sorts of strange sights here in the city. Go. I am sorry, I am keeping you.
All right, pat him on the shoulder and say, I'm gonna go get those hands.
Be sure to come back and tell me the story. And you go
Will do.
skedaddling, and yeah. So this was round encounter 3. Tolliver is in second place now. Bree, initiative roll. Oh, they go first.
Hell.
First one makes the dagger strike. It is a dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20. I saw the 20.
But it's 4 points of damage.
Oh, gracious.
Second attack. Ooh, oh, so close to the fumble. But it's just going to be a miss. Third one is a miss.
Well, that's good because I'm down to 1 hit point. So I'm gonna try to hit and then just like dash if I can. So assuming they won't get an attack of opportunity on me, will they? If I
They would.
they would. Okay.
Yeah, and we don't have disengage and all that fun stuff. It's just like if you want to move away, you
might. Okay, I'll just try to hit him again like I was doing before.
Okay. The whirlwind. Eventually, it might land.
Maybe it'll work this time.
Okay, that's a great. Well, okay, hold on. That's a crit. Now, so crit is locked in, but now we need to see the deed die. The deed die, D4, has to be a 3 or higher. So we got a crit, and we've got the critical. So this could be pretty amazing. Go ahead, hit the critical tab on your actions tab. Yeah. So what do we got? Powerful strike hammers foe to their knees. You get to make another attack.
All right.
So before you do that, let's resolve the deed. Okay. So you did. Deed die was 4. That 4 adds on to your damage. So make your weapon your damage roll.
Oh, make the damage roll. Okay, hold on.
So I don't. Actually,
they can survive.
I think that is correct. I think it's doing the +1 plus the 4. Maybe it is feeding damage correctly. So, because that's what it should be, is 15. So 15 damage. Okay. Whoom! You lob the head off of one of them, and there's going to be like a big scarring right across the front of the other 2 as they are bleeding out. The 2 of them are still up, but not looking good. This is like a mortal wound that you just blasted into them. Well done.
Yes.
So now you get to make an extra attack.
This is what you want. This is what you want.
12 will hit.
All right. Indeed.
Okay, so actually the first deed is what gets applied, so that would be a +5. Okay. Yeah, your deed die lasts your entire round, so if you get like extra attacks and like crazy stuff, so it would be higher than that. It would be what, 13 damage.
Yeah, 13.
So yeah, you're lop the head off of one, and you're just like in a almost barbarian kind of rage. It's like you hack down the other, arm falls off, he slumps down to the ground. The last one just drops their dagger and is like, no, and starts to like run down the alleyway, and perhaps you let that one leave so that there is a story that they go and share of your reputation. Yeah. You won't be getting stuck in alleys like this anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm going to kick the one that's next to me and grab his stupid silver dagger, and I'm going to give it to Tolliver when I can. But
sure.
Then I'm going to...
Token from the membership in the Thieves Guild.
Mm-hmm. Alex, did I see that happen, or am I past it?
You were past, yeah.
Okay.
I'll wipe it a little bit.
So the chase ensues. So this time everybody gets to make the roll.
Oh, I don't think mine rolled.
6.
We got +6 for Tolliver.
Hold on.
Garmin, it is a D7. D7 plus agility.
Yeah, no, I'm just a big dummy.
It's a lot of different dice.
So I got a 6 with my modifier.
Okay. You're still within eye shot of the hands. Bree, what did you have?
I had a 2, so I have now a 1.
Oh, you got a negative modifier. Yeah. Okay.
Dude,
you're
it's great.
You don't even know. Let's see. What do you need? You need to be within 10 points to see. Okay, you still can see Tolliver like running around a corner, so you know you're not like completely lost yet. Garmin, you still are like pretty close to the hands, but not in that range that you need to be to like jump and potentially grab them. So we are on. How did that shake up? We got Garmin in the lead. We've got Tolliver second. Bree way lagging behind. Those thieves really slowed you down. So, okay. So this is gonna be a random person ends up with this encounter. So 1 and a 2 is Bree. 3 and a 4 is Tolliver. 5, 6 is Garmir. This is gonna be Garmir. It makes sense. You've got an eye shot. The hands scuttle through like one of the busiest sections of the bazaar here. In front of you, there's just a knot of people, late night revelers, people with just pots of beer, bottles of wine, drinking. You see some play actors and mimes doing their thing. This is party town here. People are spilling out of the taverns. You could try to push your way through. You can see the hands are kind of scuttling through underneath the partiers, but it'd probably be pretty slow for you to push back. You know, you're gonna get trapped in the slog. However, you do see a stack of barrels, a low awning, and the chance that you could hit the rooftops again and maybe speed this up. It's a gamble. If you fail, it'll slow you down even more so than going through the crowd. What would you like to do?
I would like to go hit the roofs again.
Okay.
The roofs.
So, you need to give me I think a climb sheer surfaces check again. Probably. Oh, okay. I was gonna say probably lower DC than before because you got some stuff, but you just kind of like leap very daintily, very quickly and swiftly right up there to the roof and pop down on the other side like it is nothing. On your next check, well, first of all, you roll a 20, right? I'll give you a point of fleeting luck for that. And also, Bree, why don't you take a point of fleeting luck because that was pretty epic in the alleyway. So, point of fleeting luck and what do you get?
You're talking to not me, right? Bree?
No, I'm trying to think what Garmir will get on the next encounter roll.
Okay.
Your next chase roll is going to be maximized, so you'll take a 7 plus your agility. You won't have to roll. So that's pretty good. Here, so we're in the last roll. So Garmir, you automatically get, what was your agility modifier is +2, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, wow. Hands gotta roll. Ooh, rolls good. All right. Bree, what did you have?
1.
1? Okay. Tolliver.
6.
6. Okay. So, you all can see each other, although barely. Bree, like Tolliver has just ducked around a corner that is like a block or so beyond you. However, you know these streets. You know these streets well. And as everyone's disappearing out of sight, the hands are nowhere to be seen. You think there's a possibility that you can kind of triangulate, you know, like the common traffic patterns in this area. There's a chance that you could take a bold action and maybe end up in the lead if your hunch is right.
Absolutely.
Might as well, right?
Running on adrenaline right now. There are a bunch of people, so yeah, let's do it.
So what I need from you is an intelligence check. Lucky for you, it's not a luck check. It's an intelligence check.
That is good, although I'm not sure my luck. I mean, my intelligence is,
Maybe it's marginally different, but
It's a 0, not a negative, so
Yeah.
that's, something.
All right.
Not great!
Should have been a luck check.
Hey! There you go.
So unfortunately, it doesn't work out, and you just kind of get your hunch was completely off. They're not going the way that you thought, and you just kind of get totally lost in the mess. So Garmir ends up in the lead and sees where the hands are going. Garmir, I'm going to make the adjustment here on your character sheet, but you end up with the point of permanent luck. So now your luck score is 12. This is huge. Getting a luck bump like that is big.
Nice.
But so as the chase is kind of concluding, Garmir, what you're seeing is the hands take a turn. You're kind of in like a rough neighborhood. Lots of it's actually not that different from where you two were earlier, Bree and Tolliver. Kind of a bunch of derelict buildings, and where you're coming in, Garmir, is a vacant lot. There's a detritus of like an old burned out, what appears like an old burned out building, and basically whatever stood here now is just this charred beams and rubble, and the silver hands are slipping into what seems like kind of this big large, maybe a causeway into like a cellar of some sort that like is built into the foundation of this building, but it just descends into darkness. And we've got a cliff illustration here, so I better pop that up so you can see where these hands are leading you.
Nice.
I think I do. I think I put it in. Yes, here it is. So that's what you're looking at.
Oh, very cool.
Nice.
So eventually, Tolliver, you catch up to Garmir, and we can kind of hand wave this. You'll have to go back to find Bree if you want Bree with you, but
Yeah.
Hey, coming back for me.
I
You
say-
better heal up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we just take like 5 minutes real quick before we go doing anything? I just need to get my strength back.
so the rule for this, for the people watching, and then also Garmir, that fleeting luck and your luck in general, you can burn when you're not in combat, when you're not in a stressful situation. You can burn a point of luck to roll your hit die and regain that many hit points, plus your stamina modifier.
And that is what I will be doing. I'm gonna burn my fleeting luck. Get 7 back.
Cool.
All right.
I mean, can you keep rolling that? Like, can you burn luck too? I'm not suggesting you do that.
Yeah, you can burn additional luck, but it's not additional die. It's just adding to the modifier.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
that makes
So
sense.
1 hit point per luck after that.
But yeah. Got it.
Not gonna do that since I have hardly any luck at all.
Yeah.
I mean, what
It's-
does it
yeah.
matter? I already have terrible luck, so what's the difference? it's fine.
So,
Alright.
you're licking your wounds. Eventually, like you figure out where they're going, but just by kind of wandering the streets as you're like maybe bandaging yourself up. The chase is over, but eventually, the two of them wouldn't be able to go directly in there anyway if that's what they decide to do. There's enough rubble that you'd have to kind of like dig it out. So, what would the two of you like to do as you kind of catch up to one another? Two of you being Tolliver and Garmir.
I'll just say, did you see where the hands went, Gamir? Will they go in that hole?
Yes, they did. I'm a little nervous going in there, though. I'm in big debt with the Thieves Guild, and I'm already showing my face too much around this town, so maybe we need to go in there and I can just hide after we get the hands. I do one thing legit and I'm gonna get fired or killed today.
Oh, welcome to my week. Have you seen Bree?
And I look around and see if Bree's caught up.
Yeah, Bree, you kind of at this time saunter up as you're kind of slowly coming in, rubbing your ribs a little bit from the shank that you got.
Hey, Alex. So, my background is that I have seriously pissed off the Thieves Guild, and Tolliver is in the Thieves Guild.
I
No?
don't think
He's
so.
just a
No.
thief. He's
Okay.
just a thief. So you're good.
Freelance. I do contract work.
I stole the wrong thing at the wrong place, and I overstepped, and they won't even let me pay tribute right now.
Well, that's not good.
Speaking of the Thieves Guild, I got something for you, Tolliver. I think it's gonna make you happy. I know you don't, you're a freelancer and all that. Pull out the silver dagger, and I say, but if you need to, look the part, give it to him.
I'll take it.
My gift to you.
A symbol of membership in the Thieves Guild. Could be a handy token at some point.
I'll pocket it.
Like, oh, thank you. By the way, I was going to stop to help you, but you seemed like you had it underhand, so I just kind of, kept on going
Yeah.
against the hands, that they're real fast and kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know you don't really have a taste
tool.
for killing.
No, I haven't grown accustomed to it yet. The only thing I felt comfortable killing was a giant robot, auto machine, the rats built.
Tolliver. Where the hands go, they're in there.
They're in the hole.
All right, we should probably, go.
I don't know how they drove it, but anyways, okay.
So, planning to go forward, try to get these hands. You start kind of plowing through some of this this debris and this rubble. Just it just takes time. No skill checks involved. But as you start to remove some of this barrier, you do see that by clearing it out, there is a worn and fire-blackened narrow stone stairway which twists its way down into darkness. After about 40 feet or so, the stairs give way to an oval vault, about 50 feet wide and 30 feet deep. Another passage leads out from the far wall. The air is dry and dusty, smelling of decaying brick and rat droppings. Tolliver and Bree are getting some flashbacks a bit of being down in that dank cellar, that dungeon of the asylum. Nothing is straight or level here. It's very strange. This isn't like any type of architecture that you've ever seen. Even for a cellar, it's kind of weird. The walls are just kind of like these. They are built in these weird contours that are almost like bean shaped, maybe. It's hard to describe, but not. We don't have sharp angles or anything like that. And all the walls are lined with old bricks that somehow have kept out the damp all these years. But there is some evidence of mud and rainwater and things like that have naturally come through the open stairway path that you would come down. But the groundwater hasn't seeped in through the walls, even with how old this place looks. I'm going to bring up the map of the dungeon. The location. It's not a dungeon.
Dungeon.
I think I put the map in here. Let's see. Map. Yes, although I got to put a mask on here. So just like with the other adventures, we're not gonna do like miniature tokens exact. We play it fairly loose with size and space and things like that. But this is being shared, and then I will highlight the entryway down on the lower right hand side. You'll see that. All right, so you're down here, and I don't know. That kind of maybe shows you a little bit what I mean about the strange shape of the room. It's just not unlike any kind of room that you've ever seen constructed in Lankhmar.
Where are we at the stair steps?
Yeah.
Yeah,
After you've cleared out all the debris and you walk down the stairs, this is what you see: is this open, this first room that just is empty, but gives you kind of a sight into kind of what the condition of this place is, I guess.
And so I may have got my wires crossed. Were we saying this was a location for the Thieves Guild, or was there just concern?
I don't think you know anything about it really. You just saw the hands go down
Okay.
here.
I was concerned. My character was concerned
Oh, gotcha.
because, yeah.
You thought maybe this could be like a holdout for the Thieves Guild. Yeah, maybe. But the Thieves Guild actually has a pretty prominent building where they hang out. They're public. They don't fear the police. They operate pretty brazenly.
All right, I'm going to pull out my dagger and my little buckler that I just bought, and I'm going to try to slip into the room quietly.
Give me a luck check as you move in.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so it's actually a 13, which is because it's a -1, right? Because my modifier is a +1.
No modifier. It's just against your luck.
Okay, so I don't get having a +1 luck doesn't make it -1.
No, I mean,
Okay.
kind of because your DC is different. You know what I mean? Like the higher your luck is, the easier it is to make the check.
Yeah, no, just when I rolled it, it added 1 to it.
Oh, okay. So you rolled a 14.
Yeah, I rolled.
Really?
14. It
Yeah.
still doesn't matter. I lose.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, you come down into the room and splash. Like you just like step in that muddy puddle right at the last step there. And yeah, I don't know. Luckily, it wasn't
Okay.
Bree who's got is Bree the one with the fancy shoes, or decided she had fancy shoes?
Do have fancy
yeah.
shoes,
Yeah.
so I'd be very sad.
I still barefoot.
Barefoot like Tolliver.
It's easy to run up the walls.
Let's see. Bree and Garmir, you both could make a luck check too, as if you're coming down.
Yep.
Oh, Bree, as you don't quite like splash. You already saw Tolliver do that. So you kind of hop over the puddle there, and as you do that, you kind of the heel of your boot kind of like kicks up a bit of the mud there. This divot kind of pops up, and then you notice there's like a green coin there where your divot is created that had been like pressed into the mud.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up that coin and look at it and say, does this coin look like the coin from our dungeon for our jail?
Oh yeah. It absolutely does. It's kind of a rectangular shaped coin that has this bas relief of a man on a rack being pulled apart by all of his limbs, screaming in agony.
Well, this is the place. And I show it to Tolliver.
That's right. Come here. Let me show you this.
And I'll show the coin to Gamir.
We told you about the. Actually, did we tell you about all the things that went down in the insane asylum?
I heard a mention of rats, but
Well, they're ultimately behind everything. but we were in an insane asylum, and it's a long story, but we found a bunch of broken bodies that had been mutilated, and there are these coins that have the symbol of someone being mutilated. So we think it's some kind of a religious thing.
hmm.
Well, I mean, that's it. That's the whole
And you
story.
found another one just now, just here.
Yes, yeah, I guess you'd clarify. Bray just found one on the ground over there, so it probably means it's connected.
Well, I've certainly never seen that coin before, and I've been hiding in the shadow my entire life, and I've never seen this cave before, or whatever we're in right now.
We need to be on our lookout. This wizard that we fought, he may be connected to this.
So you
Are you good at
press,
killing wizards?
looking to press on then.
Yeah.
So you move into the next room. It is very, very dark down here, so you will need a source of light as you're poking around past the entryway. Who's
Well,
carrying our light source?
I have the stuff to make light. Like I've got fire stuff and a lantern and stuff. So I'll hold the light, I guess. Oh, well, I do have a two-handed weapon, so I guess I should hand it to someone else to carry.
Candle.
I can carry your torch or whatever you're giving me.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you the torch then.
All right. So you move into this next area. The passage leads to another slightly similar shaped room, kind of oval shaped room with another dark and narrow archway leading on into the gloom. To both your left and your right are nearly identical carved wooden statues, both of a man on a torturer's rack. His back is twisted and bent under the strain of this ordeal. Each of the statues is slightly different, but in both the sculptor, in each, they have attempted to capture the sublime ecstasy of intense pain and gloried in the changes wrought on the subject's body. Each one is slightly larger than life.
Curse the gods, man. The hell is all this?
Oh, some fucked up shit.
Did you see this where you were last time?
Well, we didn't see it in statue form. We saw it more in real life medium. Actual people.
This is fucked
Not
up.
on racks, but they were mutilated. Yeah, I mean, I think we just should carry on. Bree, are you okay with that? Bree.
Bree's got her dependent. Has come knocking.
Yep. So, plan is to carry on. Anything you want to do in here?
Yeah, I guess I'll take a look at the statues and see if there's anything notable about them, anything like hidden, like a little cache. Like I'm a thief. I'm used to finding those kinds of places, so I'm trying to maybe like look for
Yeah.
like that.
So both of these statues, they're just sort of deteriorated. You can see kind of like boring holes in both of them, as if like beetles or termites had gotten in and kind of like hollowed them out a little bit. There is like they look fairly identical, but there is one difference in that the one on the left is like looking straight up at the ceiling, and the one on the right is appears to have its gaze drawn towards the tunnel.
The tunnel that came in, or the tunnel that goes down.
This one over here that is ahead of you, the one you haven't gone down yet.
I'll look at the ceiling.
Ceiling looks pretty well intact in terms of it's. You can see there's still some beams there holding up the foundation above. Doesn't seem like any of the fire damage from the building that was on top of this lot. It looks pretty secure.
Anyone else suspicious that the statue's looking at the tunnel? I have a feeling we'll just walk in and like shoot laser eyes at me or something. I've had a rough week.
They seem unimportant to me. A real artist would have used stone. Maybe there'd be something worthwhile on this disgusting thing.
I mean,
Why don't you go first then?
yeah, I agree.
All right. So let's see, Garmir, you're heading forward.
Yep, I'm gonna pull my sword out because I am creeped out.
Okay. So you head forward. As he does that, Bree and Tolliver, the two of you suddenly see the ceiling starts to crack, and up ahead, like in room 1, you just see like rubble starting to like. The whole thing is like coming down. You've got like seconds to react. Give me reflex saving throw.
All right.
Oh my. Is that agility or where's reflex? Oh, I see it over here on the corner. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Fuck!
And I can add my luck bonus to this because of my lucky roll. Not gonna matter. Well, maybe 11.
I definitely went first.
Oh, Garmir, you don't have to make it because you're safe.
Yeah.
Your movement triggered this. But let's see. Tolliver, you duck and tumble, and you roll you kind of tumble down the stairs. Bree, you didn't quite make it. You're gonna take a bit of damage here, and actually you rolled a 1. So is there any fleeting luck out there? It's gone. But I don't know if you have any. So,
Mine, so.
Bree, luckily it wasn't too bad. You only take 2 points of damage. But give me a luck check to see if were you just hit by some of the rocks or were you buried? All right. You're half buried in the rubble. Like it collapses and pins you down. You're just at like the top of the landing of the stairs there. There's some debris that is like tumbling past you, and luckily like you're still like partially visible. But you're gonna need some assistance if you're to get out of here. You're not gonna be able to do this on your own.
I'm gonna call out and say, Tolliver!
Oh my god! Why don't you just dodge out of the way?
And I'll come with my crowbar and just start like yanking rocks and pillars out.
Okay, so Tolliver, you're
crowbar to spot.
Yeah, so you're pulling out some of your tools to kind of help like excavate your comrade.
Should have bought a shovel.
All right, Garmir, anything that you are doing? Let me give you the quick rundown of this room. So the steps that led into this passageway bring you into deeper into the ground, lower elevation. All the pathways in this place seem to lead you down, deeper. And you're in this like almost kidney-shaped room, and the air is even damper here. It's colder. There's condensation that clings to the brick. And you can see a wide array of ancient, poorly crafted wooden crates and cages all about. Many of them are empty. And you also see that there seems to be a poorly crafted, like wobbly workshop table that has glassware and alchemical supplies, vials, and all sorts of jars with gnarly eyeballs and toes and all sorts of nasty, gross things sitting around haphazardly on it.
Gross. So I call up to Bree and I say, "Oh, I suppose you think that was because of the statue, huh? Is this where superstitious gets you? I just walked down the stairs where the other statue is looking, and I'm fine." She should have ducked or rolled.
Good. Thanks,
Whoa, thanks for the
guys.
jams,
You've
man!
been real helpful to me.
Hey, Corey, thank you for the cheer.
Yay. Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah. Nom nom nom.
Huzzah.
He's getting full. I don't know. Maybe he's powering up to get a wandering monster. I could only hope.
Oh my god.
So Garmir, you're kind of lecturing them a little bit. It sounds like.
Yeah, I haven't really looked around in the room I'm standing in. I'm kind of looking back at whatever just happened.
Okay, and Tolliver, you're digging Bree out.
Yeah,
So-
I'm trying to.
This is the part in the horror movie where there is Bree. Give me another luck check, because you might see something from your perspective that those two don't see.
Come on, roll low. No.
Unfortunately not, and the angle of where you're at, you're just like a little freaked out that this just happened, but behind Garmir, there is a piece of the wall that silently slides up, and this blackened, charred skeleton emerges. Green light, little pinpricks of light, kind of very still, but would pierce through the deepest dark. It moves up, and it ends up right behind Garmir, and it is going to make an attack that is just with its claw. Like it's trying to pierce its jaunty, pointy bone fingers right through your back, almost like in a backstab of its own. So we will see what happens here. I'm going to throw him on the initiative tracker here. I'll throw out a token there, kind of represent where he's at. And here we go. Here is the roll. Does a 10 hit? I believe not, because you got a good agility. So you
It's
just
not
kind
hit.
of feel on the back of your neck like cold, very cold, and you don't even look back to see it. You just kind of like instinctually like jump back as this thing was just about to end your life. Let's put ourselves in an initiative here. I'll hit the initiative button. And Bree, you are up first. You're being dug out. Is there anything that you'd like to do from your prone position there while you're waiting to be kind of pulled
All right.
loose?
So I'm still pulled. So I haven't gotten out yet.
You haven't gotten out yet.
So, not sure there's anything I can do. I can. No, I'm just like, just try to hit him behind his lob of his head or his eyes. I don't know. Kill him.
Fucking help me, Bree. Help. I'm just like shoveling rocks.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to pull
Throw
myself
the
out.
rocks
too.
off.
Yeah. Oh, I can try to throw a rock at him. Can I do that?
Sure. You want to chuck a rock at this thing?
Yeah.
Give me a D20 roll.
Okay.
You
Why
And,
do I get such terrible attack rolls and high luck rolls? It just
So I just wooed myself. I just saw we got some people out there chatting. So yeah, I thought I'd throw out a subscription to one of our viewers here. keep an eye on your email. I don't know if you get the chance to play much, but if you want to come and play some D&D with us sometime, maybe some DCC, I might throw that out for people sometime. But just keep an eye out on your email at the first of the month. I'll post up some sign-ups for our subscribers to get in on the wait list on some of our games. Cool. So you throw that rock. I don't think you get your deed die because I think we established in Lankhmar you have to name your item, right, to get the deed die. Did I explain that during our character creation?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. And I didn't name that rock.
So you didn't name that rock. So you chucked the rock. It wasn't going to be very effective probably anyway. It just kind of ricochets across the room. Garmir, it is your turn.
All right. So I spin around because I'm all scared, spooky, and I have my short sword in my hand, so I will strike him with it.
Absolutely. So you swing back. Wha-cha! Let's see it. Attack roll.
Oh,
So that is going to. Do you want to burn any luck?
no.
Okay. An 8 is going to miss. Tolliver, what would you like to do?
All right. Do I get the sense that Bree is almost out? Like if I spin a turn digging, that I'll get her out, or do I?
It is possible. It depends on the how good the roll is.
Fuck.
I think
Okay,
this.
all right.
I mean, I think this is a strength check. I don't see how any other situation that would be anything else. I think
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try
15
one
or
time.
higher. 15 or higher. It's a one and done. You will hit like the right spot to like loosen that up so that she'd be able to free herself.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I just kind of spit on my hands, rub them together, grab the crowbar, and I'm gonna take a crack at opening it.
Okay, no problem.
Oh, 18.
15 in DCC is kind of crazy, and the reason it is that way is because you're trying to do like what's a couple minutes of work in just the narrow 10 seconds that you got here. But you like leverage your crowbar like behind like the biggest piece of rock, and it's really like the thing. Bree's pretty tough, so as long as you get that like one thing that was like the hamstring, you get that out, she's gonna be able to dig herself out on her next turn. So you did it.
All right. And then can I run?
Thank you, Tolliver.
Yeah, you can move.
Okay. I'm just gonna run away. I mean, not real far away, but just like opposite side of the room.
Yeah, getting away from this particular thing. All right, so then it becomes the skeletal thing. This fiery, charred up, nasty looking skeleton. It evokes some kind of a dark energy. You can see as his eyes are glowing this lambent green. Suddenly, his like claw that he has lights up in like this like fire, this kind of eldritch fire, and he's taking another claw attack at Garmier. Ooh, I don't know. I'm feeling good about that one. That one's a 16. Let me just take a look.
His AC is 14.
It's 14. So this is going to be a little nuts because this is ability damage and it's agility.
Oh god.
So he
Oh,
takes
that's so bad.
1 point of agility damage, which is going to drop. No, it does not drop his
Not quite.
modifier, luckily. But that is where it is at. Let me just see. Does he do actual damage on top of that? No, he does not. So, but just remember, you get to a 3 or lower on any of your stats, and you kind of become worthless a little bit. Maybe a 3, you're okay yet, but you get a 2 or a 1, you get 0, you're straight up dead. So, Bree, it is your turn. You've got enough. You'd be able to like move yourself up and out of the rubble at this point.
Okay, so that's what I'll do. And can I stand up too, or am I just like out of the rubble but still on my hands and knees?
You're gonna be able to stand up, and if you want to get up in range of the skeleton, he's not so far away. Like if he was like your full movement away, you wouldn't be able to get to him, but he's pretty close. So you could close the gap in this turn.
So I could close the gap and try to hit him.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna pull myself out of the rubble, dust myself off, and then just charge at him like battle axe ready. Just to like, I'm trying to just whack his head off is my plan.
All right. So mighty deed is behead the skeleton.
Yes, it's worked for me before, so you know.
All right. The attack is good. The deed is good. Let me just see how I want to rule this. I think beheading on the deed. I think we can do it. I don't think it just automatically works though. I think I gotta give my skeleton a chance here in the form of some kind of a saving throw. I just want to get a little bit of guidance here. Okay, so what I'm going to give you, actually, instead of that, I'll give you an additional D5 of damage.
Okay.
And that should, if you roll good here, that'll be enough damage to kill it outright.
Okay.
So
here's the first roll. Dang it!
So 6 points, drop, we need a D5 on top of that.
Okay, is the D5 in the D6, or where's the D5?
D5, was D5 in the D8? No, that was... D5 might be the D10. D10.
Is it in the
10,
10?
I would guess.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, hold on. Don't roll. Stay here. Mystery die. D30, D5. Found it. Oh, are you kidding me? I didn't actually roll it. Just, like, clicked on it. Well, that doesn't
Okay.
make sense.
So it's going to be a total of 8 points of damage. It happens just like you said. You swing that battle axe. It severs its crooked spinal column here, and the head goes whirling across the room, and you see the little eyes douse.
Well.
Nice.
All right then.
That was amazing, Bree.
Thank
I've
you.
never seen something so incredible.
Thank you.
What a
Tom.
very cool, also hilarious thing that you just did. If I were, I don't know, like a judge or something, I might.
You're fishing for fleeting luck?
No, of course not. I wouldn't be doing that. I'm just role playing, Alex.
Oh, okay. I'll give you a judge. Judge Dredd shows up. He's a deity in Lankhmar.
Oh no.
I half believe you.
Mm-hmm.
If the rat thing could happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
It's true. It's true.
I'm gonna go stab it a few more times with the silver dagger just to make sure.
Okay, give me as you go to do that. You notice something as you go. You're stabbing. Yeah, you know you've seen things reanimate. You notice its eyes didn't just like extinguish themselves. There's like a little trace of that green that seems to be lingering in the air, and you see it kind of hug the wall, and like it seems like it escapes this little wisp of green right down that passageway that it emerged from.
Did I see which? Oh, it went down the secret door.
Yeah,
The
with
secret
this,
tunnel?
yeah, where he emerged from that that haunted mansion secret passageway.
Did you see that light that came out of the skeleton and went down the hallway?
Yeah, I saw it.
I think it's some kind of. I think another one's coming.
Or
I think we need
something.
to get out of here.
I agree.
Yeah, maybe we go down in there, or we run away. I kind of think run away.
I mean, do you want to find the Rat King or not?
No, I mean go the other direction down the.
Oh, the other way? Oh, yeah, we could do it the other way. Yeah. I
What
don't.
do you think?
I think that I should just quit my job. I don't know that, or I've not, or what's going on, or I just, I'm too scared to go back by myself. So I guess let's just go a little further.
Okay.
Is there any gold value to those coins we got? Like, can we just melt them down afterwards?
They're like not really made out of. Well, you're not exactly sure. It's almost like it's made out of like a jade material, like a more of like a stone material.
Oh,
But this is the type of thing that Ruga would go nuts for. It's this antiquity kind of thing. It's from I don't know. Bree and Tolliver could inform you that it is of Ava Morency make, originating from a land far, far to the east. So it is it's an import.
okay. So I
So
could give it to. I could get
we buy it off you for you probably get I don't know 10
rewarded
gold wilks.
maybe.
Yeah, not a ton of money,
Uh,
but that's some good pocket change.
Maybe just a pat on the head, maybe a weekly raise, or just pay me at all.
Yeah. So
All right. So which way we go? Will we follow the light or run away from the light? Two options. Bree, are you talking?
Well, I'm not saying anything. I'm
Oh,
I'm
anything.
letting it up to you, leaving it up to you. I'm tired of making decisions today.
Well, my choices never get us in trouble, so.
can't go wrong.
All right, I'm gonna go north. So I'm gonna go up and just poke down this. Yeah, there you go. And take a peek down that hallway.
All right. As you make your way down this hallway, here you see you're coming into another chamber where the floor to the right seems to have been gouged into a round but shallow pit, perhaps 5 feet deep. The pit is strewn with bones and semi-complete skeletons, those of various small animals common to Lankhmar, as well as the remains of some who seem to be human. Another passage leads onward before you. To the right, on the far side of the pit, there are stairs that descend beyond an archway to the north.
Anything else in the room?
Um, well, you see this pit where these bodies are. That's really the prominent thing is this hole in the ground where
Body
these
pit's
remains.
the prominent feature for the architecture here. So-
Yes. Hey, KJ Cindy, thank you for the follow. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Like a secret passage it is. Let's go back.
So you head back to this passageway and you all make your way. It's kind of going to be like a single file in here, a little bit more cramped than the other ways. But as you make your way, you find basically that each ends in a dead end. And your adventuring senses would tell you that can't be the case. Now, the question is, can you find the mechanisms, basically, to open the secret doors? If you are a rogue, well, I'm just really surprised they
Find
don't have a
trap?
skill for that. Let's
about,
let's go with that. Let's go with the find trap skill check. I think it's supposed to be like a luck check, but
Oh, well, okay. I'm going to do a find trap, if you allow me.
yeah.
14.
All right. And which one were you kind of hoping to find a way in? This way to the
The
left
one
or
on
to
the
the right?
left.
Okay.
Left.
So you head to the left, and you do find the brick that you need to press. That the wall lifts and rises up, rescinding into the ceiling just like the previous one, and gives you a view into another vaguely kidney shaped room. This is a somewhat larger chamber, but the prominent feature in here is there are two large wooden sarcophagi. Each one is carved with a figure on the lid. One of a matronly-looking woman, and the other of a thin, balding man. A passage leads further west, opposite that of the passageway on the right. And then across the way, you can see a stone archway that gives you yet a third path, and you can see like just the landing of some stairs. It looks like a pathway that descends deeper.
Well, that's the second passageway we've seen that goes down. Makes me think maybe that's where we need to be going.
Do we recognize, does the bald sarcophagus guy, does that look like the wizard we saw, or is it just another bald dude?
It doesn't. I don't know. He's got some details on there that don't really evoke the Ava Morency kind of look. Maybe some eyebrows or something. Something that doesn't the stark hairless look. So you don't think that's what this is. Give me an intelligence check. You're not sure you can pinpoint where they're from or like anything about their dress that like is a tall tale sign or giveaway. You just know it's not that. It's not Ava Morency.
Fair enough.
Gamir, you work in an antique shop or something. Isn't any of this stuff look familiar to you? Has Ruga ever dealt in this kind of thing?
I don't know. I usually just watch the door, and he doesn't trust me enough to show me anything good. But I haven't seen this. I don't believe.
That sounds about right. I think we'll make a beeline for the stairs as we go down.
As you're about to make your next move, Bree, I need for you to give me a will saving throw.
Cool, because that's the one that I'm negative on.
Oh, God.
Yay.
Sorry, it was a fortitude saving throw. What is your modifier on fortitude?
That's +1.
Plus
so,
one. Okay.
You know, slightly better.
So you're all about to like move through this room, and suddenly you feel you're like breathless, like you're just starting to be like choked. And there's like this like misty it's not like the fog cloud that you saw your companion cast in the first session, but there's just like this mist, this haze, and the rest of you look down back in this passageway here, and you can see another one of these charred black kind of nasty looking skeletons. It's still got like a little bit of remnant dried up intestine like hanging off of it, and its like fingers are like crookedly, it's hunched over like channeling this energy right upon Bree. The effect, Bree, is that you are going to take 1d5 damage, which will be 4 points. And then we roll initiative.
Jeez.
I don't think Brady's making it out of this one.
So we got our skeleton down the hallway here. Initiative gets rolled. And Tolliver, you are up first.
All right, are we all fully in the room?
I don't think like you're probably like on one end of the hallway. You kind of stepped in to like look at the sarcophagi and things like that.
Okay. All right. Because I probably don't know how to shut the door from this direction. I'd have to like do a check or something.
Yeah, if you
The
wanted to
clock's
shut
still
the door, you'd have to like entomb yourself in here with him,
Gotcha. Oh, he's in there with us.
because he's back in the hallway. So if you wanted to close,
and we're-
if you wanted to close it off, you'd have to step back into the hallway to like
Okay.
hit the thing.
Yeah, I follow you now. Is the cloud still on Bree's head?
Yeah, and she's choking
All
and
right,
gasping.
I'm going to regret this. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to run up to the skeleton and I'm going to try to chop its fingers off.
All
I
right,
guess like attack him.
yeah, attack roll.
All right.
All right, that's gonna hit.
Cool. Let's do some actual damage. 1 point.
1 point. All right, I got it.
Slash.
You get the pinky finger, the most worthless of fingers. But it still does what it. Maybe it'll impact us. No, it's not gonna. He just takes a little wound.
Pinky spell.
Yeah. Shaka bra. Garmir, it is your turn.
All right. So I am going to. Can I run up to it and hit it with my sword?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Let's see it.
Can you? May I versus can you?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll some damage. Whatcha? Okay. So, this is going to be 4 points. You strike at it. A couple of its like rib bones like fall off of its frame, and it's still like casting its spell. As it becomes its turn, it kind of seems like it's got that mist that's hanging over Bree's face. It's subsiding a bit as it turns its attention. You can see its left hand lights up that green light, and it goes in to take. I will leave it up to chance. 1 to 3 is going to be Tolliver. 4 to 6 is going to be Garmir. All right, this is coming at Tolliver. Attack roll is only a 7. Bree, it is your turn.
So I don't have the cloud on me anymore, just to clarify.
Let's see. I don't think it lasts for more than a round.
There's 2 clouds now.
It dissipates.
There's 2 clouds. It dissipates. Okay.
It dissipates, and you
all
can breathe
right.
again.
Okay. So I'm going to go charging up, and I'm going to just try to, once again, just decapitate this stupid thing. So
Okay.
that's what I'm going to do.
So the attack looks good. I'll
3.
I'll take the first one. The first one was a 3, so Go ahead and roll damage. And you're looking for basically the same thing as before.
Yeah, just
For reasons, I'm gonna say you get a D4 this time as the extra damage.
all right.
Okay. Doesn't matter. Like you still end up doing. You can see it almost seems like it like instinctually is trying to like get out of that attack, like it was expecting you to do that. But you swing, you manage to land the hit anyway. You could just see bone marrow kind of like spurt out of this this nasty crack that you've created. It collapses down, and again, little pinpricks of light seem to light up and
I'm gonna-
float on.
Can I try to like grab the light and I have a little bag? Can I like
You try,
drop it and, like,
and it just like passes right through it. Seems like it's kind of an
Alright.
ethereal type of energy.
okay.
Bree,
So
you need to rest.
yeah, I was gonna say at
You don't
this
look
point
good.
I'm gonna burn one of my permanent lucks and try to get some hit points back. So if I burn a permanent luck, I can still do the roll, right? If I the
Yeah.
first time.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so that's what I'm going to do.
It's like once per fight. Is that kind of how it works?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
That's
it's
good.
pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get 9 points
Alright.
back.
All right, great. And then I just need to change this to whoop, not 10. That'd be nice. All right.
I softened him up. You're welcome.
You did. You did.
You see, I
I
got his
appreciate-
pinky. I think that's why the spell shut off.
Mm-hmm.
You can pay me later.
Okay.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Troy812. Huzzah!
Huzzah! I'm going to try to push us downstairs. I think we should go down the stairs.
All right. So you make your way through the sarcophagus room, and you end up in a room that maybe for the first time has like some normal-looking boundaries that aren't so kind of wacky looking. As you make your way down the steps, you see, as you come down, a damp chamber which contains several rotting work tables that still have skeletal remains strapped to them with thick leather thongs. A large rack, its wooden parts covered in fungus, and its metal gears frozen with rust, stand in the north corner. To the south, there are some broad steps here that lead to an area that you probably can't quite see yet from your positioning as you're coming down, but there's a funky, nasty odor coming from right around the corner there. And there's a woo in my ear. What have we got going on? Albinosaurus Jones gifted a tier 1 sub to Troy812. Woo! That's awesome. Keep an eye on your email. We'll have some sign-ups going out shortly for some Isle of Dread games if you want to get in on one.
Cheers, Chris.
Cheers. I'm drinking beer tonight anyways.
That's right. All right. So there's just a bunch of work tables with dead bodies and stuff. Do they look like the skeletons that we saw? Skeletons look like skeletons, I guess.
Well,
Sort of
no,
dumb
because
question.
the ones that have been attacking you have been all charred and burned up. Like they were very
Oh,
distinct.
right.
These are hapless victims from like long time ago. But so you're going and you're checking out the racks here. There is a peculiar thing that you will pick up on. Underneath each of these work tables, these torture device kinds of things, are these like grooves that seem very intentionally like carved into the stonework here, as if the fluids and it's stained with like blood and like bile, old ancient stains here, and you can see these grooves all seem to like point their way down to that corner, that area where the scent is coming down those stairs. You can see all these lines kind of converge down there as if they were collecting this liquid and using it for something.
You think the hands went down there?
Maybe. I mean, something's going down there, so
So if you look down there, you're trying to see like where did it collect? What was the receptacle? What the heck? You see kind of this shimmering pool of yellowish, sweet-smelling, viscous fluid. It's this translucent kind of ooze pile, and you see it bubbling, and like it seems like it's kind of like activating in your presence as you see kind of like this sticky arm like shoot up out of it, and the arm, it's like composed of this goo, but it like makes like a humanoid kind of like it forms itself, and that arm kind of like reaches up and like latches like one of those things from the gumball machine that your kids like buy and like hit their brother or their sister with it like repeatedly, like it does like that kind of thing, and like and then like another one and it's like climbing itself out of the chamber and like closer to you.
Okay.
set it on fire. I'm setting it on fire. That seems like the way to deal with this. So I'm gonna make little sparks and
So,
throw
do
it
you
at
have
it.
a tinder or something, or like a flint?
Yeah. I've
Oh.
got flint. Yeah.
Okay, like you're going down, you got the lighter, like you're just like this, it's gonna light on fire, right?
No,
Like
no. Yeah, damn.
so
I see you doing that. I'm like, do you want this torch back? I can give you this torch back. This is your torch.
But then we want to have light. We need. I forgot. I'm trying to spark it. Beyond reason, but yes.
as you're like trying to like light it up like this, you see like these big lips kind of like form in the goo, and it just says excuse me, what do you think you're doing there? I'm just walking here.
Oh, you're sentient. And okay, you can walk over there. I won't stand in your way.
And
Is this your house?
Mosey's on in. More like it's a tomb. It's where I died.
You
Well, that's
don't
where
seem to
we
be-
died.
Oh, was that your friend upstairs? The sarcophagus?
I think you'll find we don't have any friends down here. Oh. All the people that are down here are the people that tortured us and killed us.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you want us to get revenge on the people who tortured you? The rats.
Are you talking about the rats? The rats are the one good thing that's going on down here. It's giving us substance all these years. Oh.
Oh. Well,
Yes, we very much would like vengeance if we could get it.
Oh, the smell just hit me.
Oh, we're sorry. Do we smell a little bad after 500 years of leaking and oozing?
It's fine. You're fine. It's all fine. So, the people who did this to you, were they very bald? No hair?
One of them was.
Okay.
There were 7 of them in total, and they all served one master. Munbada.
And who was that? Was that the bald guy? The
Ah,
master?
Munbada was a so-called prophet of crooked Isaac. And that's why he was torturing us and did all this gruesome stuff. Made us gruesome stuff.
I'm very sorry.
It's pain every day.
Are they still here? Still alive?
Well, there's been some activity recently. I think some of the people that escaped, they managed to burn this place to the ground and took most of them with them. But I think there was one of the prophets that was still alive. The bald guy like you talked about.
Okay. Do you know where he is? Where does he hide?
Well, I don't know. He doesn't live down here, but there's been some. I sense there's been activity down here recently. There's some nice smells, some fresh smells, and there's been a lot of rats hanging out. Which has been kind of nice for us.
I imagine so. So where have you heard all this or smelled this?
I think just up them stairs where you came from.
Oh, so up there? Is where they've been?
Yeah. Why, you got beef? You got beef with them too?
They tried to capture us too. We escaped, but we want revenge.
Wow, look at you, full-bodied, walking around.
If it makes you feel better, I've been goo like a week ago.
That's true. You were goo twice, actually.
I was goo twice. I was also kind of a cat.
And a cat.
Oh.
And a shoe.
In a
Well, then,
staircase. Anyways, the
seems
point
like-
is I identify.
Yeah, you understand. See,
I do.
you were trying to light me on fire. Maybe you should have a little bit more empathy for the oozers.
I'm sorry.
They're
Things
not
keep
all
trying to kill
bad.
me. You're very right. When you became an ooze, were they doing things like trying to shrink you and make you big again?
What the hell are you talking about?
Okay. Well, I guess they've moved
Great. Enough
forward.
of your conspiracy theories.
It's crazy. Good and big and small.
It's
These rats
very-
that you talk to, do they wear clothes and like little scribe things and like weapons?
Who cares? I mean, just eat some.
Oh, you're doing good work. I can't deny that.
Wait, isn't he one of the murder pervs? Isn't he one of the murder pervs? This guy here? We're in like the murder perv deviant dungeon right now, and isn't he a deviant?
Yeah.
Hey,
Is
did
he
you
one
make
of the
those?
people doing it?
Yeah.
I think he was
You-
one of the victims.
He was
or
one of the
of
victims,
all the
I think.
victims.
Oh.
Yeah, all the victims have
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
congealed
this-
into one.
Exactly. Like, this is like the spinal fluid and blood and bile of who knows how many different creatures that somehow like gain sentience after it's like pooled down here, and become one, the royal wee blob ooze creature.
Yeah.
Oh, so the rats are nutritious then. They are supporting your growth.
Yeah. How good are you at eating bigger things like skeletons?
I'm willing to find out if you want to partner up.
I look at Bree and I look at Bree intently and I look at Gamir kind of briefly and just like I think so. I think we could work together. You take care of the skeletons, we'll take care of the wizard.
Okay. I would
Wait,
like to come out of
what
this
was-
cave with those skeletons so that I can make some kind of good with Ruga. This is it's my first legit job. and I want to do it right.
Cool. So I'm sorry. What are you doing?
Winston, what am I doing?
I didn't. Were you doing some of the skeletons, or like you just mean like you want to find like the skeletal hands?
Yeah, we're kind of talking about our priorities right
Oh,
now.
gotcha. I see. Sorry, I took it to mean like an action of some kind.
I was like, yeah. And I was like, wait a minute.
So,
I was like, oh no, have I been?
which way are we gonna go then? You want me to lead? You want you to lead? I'm up for whatever.
If you know where the nice smells are, can you smell them and lead us that way?
Yeah, we'll use a little smell, we'll use a little taste, licking in the dungeon. No one ever tells you that's a totally legitimate way to investigate. Sometimes you gotta use all your senses. And you can see the big tongue kind of pokes up, and he's just kind of licking the side of the brickwork, and takes you back up.
Coronavirus.
Yeah, this thing might be living coronavirus. So he takes you back up into the sarcophagus room, and he's like, what am I detecting here? It's a little tangy, a little sweet. I think we should go this way.
What is DCC, Alex? What is it?
You can't define it. It just is. Was that a question in the chat? Oh no, you're just saying what is it? Yeah,
that was my question.
Yeah. So
right.
You're following behind your ally here.
I'll cut him in on the deal if he comes through.
So he kind of like is flopping around. You're following him, and he's like, "Keep that light away. It's a little irritating."
Okay.
And he takes you into this chamber, this series of the different rooms and things like that you're popping in and out of. Brings you here. Seems like for the first time you're a dead end room, but all around you see floor, ceiling, and walls of this chamber are all covered with arcane symbols and mystic glyphs. There's it's a little bit like more clear of cobwebs and dust than the other chambers. Someone's been here. There's even a torch that's sitting in a sconce in the wall. And there are many, many, many rat holes all about the room. Little tiny rat holes scattered about. And here, in the mix of all of these symbols and glyphs, you see your good friend, Tulmeres, the sorcerer, the Eva Morenci sorcerer that you met down, your captor. He seems to be concluding some kind of a ritual as he looks up this hairless man, and he looks a bit shocked and startled to see that ooze, but he says, "What a surprise to see you here now! No longer my caged animals, but now you will have a fate even greater. You are about to be graced with the greatest of pleasures. For my master soon arises and is in need of one, a vessel." And he's like looking at Bree. He's gazing about and trying to discern like which one of you it will be. Hey, we don't need all three of you though. One of you will have to go.
Me. There's 4 of us. Well, actually, kind of maybe like 32 of us.
There are dozens of us. Each life is precious and deserves to be acknowledged. Life is pain. So, spell casting begins to happen, and initiative gets rolled. One moment, I gotta pop my my guy back up here, and I gotta get an ooze thing out there. Wow, there's a lot going on. What did I even name the ooze stat block? Did I have one? Yes, I did. All right. Oh, cool. I even gave it a token. I don't remember like half of this stuff that I did in the prep. So we got a little ooze token. We've got the Ava Morency wizard is in here. So, all right, here we kick it off with initiative. Boom, Garmir. What are you gonna do? It seems like two of you are about to be executed, and one of you is gonna end up being, you don't know. It's talking about, well, whoever his lord is possessing one of you, taking control of you.
All right. So I'm worried about the even Morency sorcerer, right? This guy up top.
I hope you're worried.
Okay, because this Gelatinos is our friend now, right?
Yes, I don't know. Seems like it as much as a primordial ooze could be a friend.
So I'm going to strike, and can I use my luck to make me strike better or harder?
Yeah, you could burn luck on. I don't know if you caught this. When you, as a thief, burn luck, you actually burn a point of luck, and you get to roll a die to see how much that adds to the modifier.
Okay.
So for every point of luck that you burn, you roll a d3, and you add that much to your d20 roll.
Okay. So I'm gonna be going down to 11 again.
Okay. Just so you know, I will allow you. You can do this after the roll too.
Okay. All right. So let me do my attack then. Oh, did that not show up? Damn it! It was an 18. I rolled an 18, but it didn't roll it over the window, so
It might be oh, it didn't roll over the window. Okay.
yeah. It just
Toss another one there in the window.
all right.
All right. So a 9. Would you like to add anything to that?
I would. Yep. So how do I add stuff to it?
So you can burn a point of luck and then roll a d3. You can right click on the d6 and then go to custom dice and then chuck a d3 in the window.
That's,
So
the D6. Why did that not? All right. One second. Let me do it right. Oh, maybe it was a D3.
I think it was a d3.
Like-
So it'll be a 1. So you're up to a 10. Do you want to burn any more?
Shit. I really wish I rolled that 18 on the window. I'll do it.
All right, another d3. All right, so you're up to a 12. Any more?
I don't know. Does the 12 hit?
You're the first one out the gate, so we don't know.
Yeah. I'll do it one more time.
All right, one more time. And whatever you roll, you're going to be grateful that you rolled one more time because that 12 was not enough. So you hit, burn, take your luck down 3 and roll me some damage.
Oh my god, it's weird. Oh, come on.
Oh, man, all of that for 1 point of damage. So you go up and you charge up there and you take a swing and just the tip, little superficial cut right on his left. Just like rips into his robe a little bit. Minor inconvenience. But then it is the primordial gelatinous, this sucking kind of sound as it's making its way across the stonework, and he gets up there by the sorcerer, and this is nuts. You just see like 6 different like arms kind of pop up. One like looks like a sword, one looks like a battle axe, one's like a stabby knife. One looks like a plunger, like just like random things are like swinging and like hitting this thing. So all right, so 2 of its attacks like land. You see a sword and an axe. Wabam, wabam. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, it ends up doing 5 points of damage to the wizard. All right, Tolliver, it is your turn.
All right, and all this chaos, I'm gonna try to slip behind him and get a good old fashioned backstab in, if I can.
I'll let you do a hide in shadows check, and it's going to be a high DC.
Okay. Come on.
Not going to make it. You can make an attack, though.
All right, so I'll just make a regular roll attack with my dagger. And
Okay, still a hit.
Mm-hmm. So here comes the damage.
All right.
3 points.
3 points. Wizard is still up as it turns. It becomes its turn. Whoo-wee. It's going to... what do I want to do? Yeah, its arm. You might remember this. The 2 of you that were down in the prison. The eldritch tentacle. Its arm just morphs, and this big, huge, almost like octopus-like thing just like whips about, and it's going to take a gigantic swing across the room. I would like... Let's see. I think it makes sense for both Bree and Garmir. I'm going to need you both to give me a reflex saving throw.
Bree is occupied.
Oh, okay. I'll give it the roll then. All right. Well, both of you make it and manage to like dodge out of the way as this thing comes slamming across the room. Maybe my ooze should make that roll too. The ooze, its arms are up there like swinging and swinging and swinging. So as this thing comes kind of horizontally across the room, it like knocks into its oozy arms, and you see that ooze a splat, 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 like goes across, clinging to the walls, and it's going to take, what do we got? 4 points of damage to the ooze. All right. Next up would be Bree.
So she put a chat that she wanted to try to force feed him one of the shrinking potions.
Ooh, okay. Let's see. What do we think this should be? This would be some kind of an opposed check. All right. Bree is here. So I'll give her a second to put her headphones on so she can be the master of her destiny. So I got it that you want to force feed one of these Hisvin potions down the wizard's throat.
Yes.
Okay. First, make an attack roll. Mighty deed. Let's call it that way. It's a mighty deed. So not only do you have to hit, we got to see the deed die come up, and then some other things we'll need to shake out. Okay. So the attack would be good. but the deed die is not. So you've got him like kind of grappled, and like you try to like he just it's just like you didn't really like think it through. Like you're just like dumping like potion on his mouth. And he's like, and then he kind of like knocks you back. Garmir, it is your turn.
All right. So, uh, so I'm gonna strike at the guy again, without embarrassing myself.
Well, you can't let the primordial ooze have all the fun.
That's
So
right.
let's see the attack roll.
Finish
He
it,
doesn't even
Garmir.
have hands.
That's
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
that's gonna be a hit. Roll me some damage.
Take that, 2
Woo-wee.
damage.
I'm still alive. All right, primordial ooze is gonna take some swings here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and fifth one does it. Hits and deals some damage. It just like its whole form like kind of oozes up, and like as he's sitting there, the potion was trying to be fed to him. The ooze like dumps down on top of him, like waterboarding him with ooze and slime. Just this deluge. It's disgusting, even to this nasty wizard. So he starts like opening up his passageway, and then the liquid that was being like dropped down from the Hisfin potion, kind of he ingests a bit of it, and you see him like shrink down. And he gets like stuck in the center of the gelatinous ooze, and he's just wading through it, and you just see his body like dissolve, like it was sitting in like stomach acid. Just
We are the monsters, aren't we? Oh my god. Well, Mister, or I guess I don't know what to say for multiple people. The council.
you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Ooze.
That was hardly satisfying, though. He was fun sized.
Sir, you've been eating rats for God knows how long.
I know. Do you know what that's like? You was promised a tasty morsel to devour, and now I'm just not satisfied.
I think you. I think you've gotten things mixed up here, my friend. It's you're getting revenge, not food. The rats are your food. The rats will keep coming and coming.
I don't think so,
Want your revenge?
pal. I don't think so. And he's like kind of cornering like both. I think it makes sense like Garmir and Tolliver. Like you're kind of getting backed up as he's like stretching himself out in this like thin sheet of grossness. And Tolliver, what would you like to do?
I knew this was going to happen. How thin is a sheet of grossness?
It's maybe like an inch thick. Like he's like creating himself so he's a barrier. Like you're not getting out of here.
All right. Is it porous enough that I think I could jump through it, or does it look like it's pretty like rubbery?
You want to try to jump through the substance that just like acidically.
Yeah, no, I guess not.
Okay.
I guess not.
Like jumping into the mouth of a whale.
All right. Well, in that case, is there any room to get around?
No,
Okay.
not until you create one. Maybe you could slash a hole in it and.
That's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to just cut it straight up.
All right.
Here we go. 12.
12. Does a 12 hit? Yes, it does.
Hooray! All right, here comes the damage. 2 points of damage.
All right, 2 points to the ooze. Slashing attack. You whisk away like some of the goo, and you can see it like starting to like eat at your weapon a little bit. You wick it off a little bit, but it subsumes some of the ooze's form. Bree, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna with battle axe.
All right. First the attack roll and then the deed die. So attack roll, we need to see the deed. And unfortunately, this attack will miss.
Sorry,
You just
guys.
go charging forward and like you try to take a swing with the axe and it just gets like kind of caught up in the ooze, and then you end up in like a tug of war battle for a bit. Garmir, it is your turn. You're trapped in the corner, ooze in your way.
Maybe this guy should change his diet from rats. Look at him, he looks like shit. He looks like a glowing turd. So I'm going to not ruin my weapon. I'm gonna just take my torch. I just burn him with my torch. Is that a thing I can do?
Sure. Give me the attack roll.
Oh.
6. You're like kind of like you're holding out the torch and like the ooze just kind of like becomes really flexible and like kind of bends its way back like no, and it just keeps like this a little mouth opens up, blows out your torch. The primordial ooze is going to take 2 attacks against each of you.
So is it suddenly dark in there? Like, was my torch the only source of light that was in there?
Yeah, no, like he just blows it up. Like he blows it. It doesn't like diminish the flame, but just like no. Like maybe it blows out for a second, but there's enough heat on it, it reignites. So 2 attacks on each of you. We'll start here with Garmir. First attack, big,
Ooh.
like a sausage link kind of like arm, like kind of pops out and like tries to like hit you upside the head. 19 will hit. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. But the second attack is a crit. Your first attack, you take 1 point of damage. On the crit, I didn't code the table correctly. All right, 1 second. I gotta pull out the monster's crit table and see what happens. So he rolls a D16 on his crit. Ew, that's not good. And he rolls a 16. What the hell is a 16? Devastating strike. This attack inflicts 1d16 damage.
Ooh.
Oh
God.
no!
This could be nuts.
Garmin, come here.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Whopping. You just got hit. You just got knocked out by this giant sausage. Big sausage link. Boom. Right to the back of the head. Drops to the ground. Let's see. Tolliver, you're up next. He's conjures up a just the large form of a rat, and it's gonna beat you over the head with this rat. A 15 to hit.
That hits.
1 point of damage. Second attack is a 16.
That also hits.
1 point of damage. we go from what 60 points of damage or 13 points of damage to 1. Apparently the sausage is mightier.
Yeah.
The Bree conjures up. The ooze forms into what looks like a bell. The form of a bell, and it's just this oozy bell. It's gonna smack you over the head with it. For First one is a 13 to hit. I can look it up. 14 is the
look it up,
AC. Second attack is a 15, so that one will hit. Ends up dealing 3 points of damage to Bree. Whoo. Things are not looking great here, folks. Tolliver, it is your turn.
Did we happen to cut any opening in the ooze when we were fighting it?
Not
It's
substantially
not.
enough to do what you want to do and get out of there.
Got it. All right, then I'm gonna take another. I'm gonna take another cut, another attack.
That'll hit.
Cool. One
Doing a
point of
point.
damage.
Doing a point.
Oh God. Okay.
So it is Bree's turn. Do we want to take a short break here? Would that be helpful at all?
Yeah, that would. We could take a few minutes.
All right, folks. There's a little bit more here than just the fighting with the nasty ooze.
I don't think so.
They're definitely.
This is it.
Well, it could be. I don't know. I can't make
what
any
I'm saying.
promises, but there could be more than this ooze battle. So please stick around. We'll be right back after, I don't know. We'll come back in about, 10 minutes? 10 minutes sound good?
Yeah, that's plenty. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Be right back. Thanks for hanging out with us here.
Might be the only fight that Garmir gets.
Hey everybody, we are back. How do I even sum up what is happening here? So our heroes descended down. There, two of them down here maybe for some vengeance. One of them more so in the pursuit of potential wealth. They followed a pair of silver hands down here that jumped out of a storefront to take them down into this old abandoned catacombs underneath a burned out shell of a home. Turns out there was a lot of torturing and evil things happening in the name of Crooked Isek, one of the many gods in the world of Nawan. This one, the patron god of pain, suffering, and the malformed, I guess. And they found a creature that was sort of a byproduct of all of this nasty torturing and terrible things that they do. The talking ooze of bodily fluid. They struck up an alliance with it, and it seemed to work out in their favor when they went into the final little chamber here where the wizard that had imprisoned Tolliver and Bree in our first session of this 3-session series. He was there apparently with all these sigils and candles about. He was preparing some kind of a spell or a ritual. And had indicated that one of our 3 here was going to end up being the vessel of this god of Isek, or of Isek's prophet. But they wham ran in, took care of the wizard promptly. I mean, they had this gelatinous ooze thing with them. As soon as the battle went down, though, the way they shook out, they used a Hisvin's potion to kind of shrink the wizard there at the last second. And it turned out that little bit of morsel was not enough to placate our primordial ooze. And so he's looking for something else to be munching on. And so we're in the throngs of this battle that is taking place. Garmir is down, just been knocked out by the ooze. And Tolliver the thief and Bree the warrior are still in it. And it is Bree's turn. I don't know. Should I mention some things about EXP and the store? Those of you...
Lauren.
So folks out there in the audience, I know that our store is basically set up really more for D&D, but I think we can work around that a little bit. Who was Zweinhander RPG? Thank you for the follow.
Huzzah.
Appreciate that. I think you've been doing some streaming there yourself, so I hope you've been having some good games here this week. So you're at the EXP store, redeeming a point of inspiration. We will say that counts as giving a player a point of fleeting luck, which is a very valuable currency here. In DCC Lankhmar, it allows them to add bonuses to their rolls. Healing, we'll say that the redeem a nat 20 nat 20 on a saving throw would kind of work in the same way, give a hit point to a downed character. We've got one downed character. I don't know, redeem things and I'll make something up. We'll make it fit the system here. Or you could buy some wandering monsters. You're right, you are, Casey.
Oh no! Don't do it, Ryan. No.
Bree, you are up first. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I was, thinking of my options here. I wanted to like set my sword on fire and be like really dramatic, but then I realized I don't have any oil, so that's not gonna work. So I'm thinking, I've got one more of these shrink potions. He's a blob of mass. I'm just gonna try it. So I'm just gonna uncork it and toss it at it. Let's see what that happens.
Wow. Okay. So I hate to do this to you. It's a luck. Let's see a luck check.
No! Okay. I hand it to Tolliver. No!
So you chuck the so this is what happens. You go to you're like this is the Hail Mary. This might be the thing, and you go to toss the it goes sailing throughout the air, and you can see the ooze just turns one of its appendages into like a tennis racket. Boom! Slams it, goes crashing against the wall, shatters, and then an arm kind of hangs out with a hand, giving you the no. He knows about Hisfin potions, apparently. Garmir.
So he learned.
Garmir. What's that?
Casey redeemed the death saving throw.
Yes.
Yeah.
Casey DJ Coyle, Garmir, just redeemed for you the death saving throw. You basically this works like you just got turned over and it wasn't a fatal wound. You have 1 hit point left. What would you like to do?
I think that I want to, so I can't run away. He's blocking. I guess I will attempt to. I guess I will stand up. I don't know what to do other than fight. I don't think I'm smart enough to not fight. So
sounds good. D20. And it's a 19, so that's gonna hit. Let's see some damage. Well, bam, 3 points of damage. At this point, you've done enough damage that you have shredded into it a small little portal that you could walk through, and a little tent flap there. You can just walk through the tarp of the ooze. But the ooze is gonna make some attacks against you all. First one against Garmir. And a 9 is going to miss. Second one, with a 23. And so, whoosh, knocks you back unconscious. Next, Tolliver, 2 swings at you. First one is big old crit. D16. And I rolled a 4. What is the 4? PC is disarmed. Wham! What did you have? The silver dagger out, I believe.
Yeah.
So it gets knocked out of your hands. You take 3 points of damage. And then its second attack will miss. Its other actions were really it's kind of like suggesting that Bree just leave, head out. It doesn't want to deal with like so many of you. It's already got 2 tasty morsels trapped in the corner there. Tolliver, what would you like to do?
Can I jump through the flap and pull out my original dagger? And
Sure.
take a stab at it?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So I'm jumping through the flap, but I'm guessing, I guess he probably sees me pretty easily. So let's do our dagger attack.
It tastes
it's a
you
crit
easily.
anyways.
Yeah, you got a crit. Hit your crit table. Let's see what happens. Strike to the chest.
It's like
grazes one of its many vital organs that it's got floating about inside of it. And it inflicts one of its 20 kidneys gets struck. Extra 3d4 damage. So
there's
9
9.
on top of...
And it's just the regular 1d4, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And
So
another 3. So
total of 12. Holy buckets. It's not... You just like start shredding through it. Whisking away all this like... This material kind of just slops off of it and doesn't get like reabsorbed into its form. It's like looking pretty scarce. It's no longer that whole window, and so there's easy causeway back and forth. It's like half the form it was. Bree, it is your turn.
So, just to be clear, we could just.
Yes, that's
go
true.
through it and run.
Sorry, KJ and Cindy said fleeting luck. Yes, you rolled a crit, you get a point of fleeting luck. Sorry, Bree, it is your turn. I cut you off.
No, you're fine. I was just saying, like, we can just like go through this and like run away from this thing at this point. Like, if we wanted to, we're not actually trapped by it anymore. Is that true?
Oh, I don't know. You could end it right here if you do well enough. It's looking that weak.
I'm just gonna. It's looking that weak.
Yeah,
Okay,
and-
so I'm gonna try to just slash at it with my.
All right.
And I'm gonna try to like go like corner to corner, just like you're ripping a sheet. As
Okay.
the deed.
Sounds good. Who do we got coming in? Zweihander RPG just raided with a bunch of folks that just came over. Welcome to 20 Sides. Thanks for the raid. All right. So you rolled a 10. What was the crit die?
Oh, I haven't rolled it yet. Oops, sorry, rolled 2.
First one was a 1. I'll take that one.
Yeah.
Are you burning any luck on this?
He's a 12, right? All right, yeah, I'll burn 1 point of luck.
Burning a point to make it a 12. You hit.
Yeah. All right. And I will.
Just regular damage on this one.
Okay.
Ooh. Let's see. I think it's actually a 6, right? I think
I'm
it's
not
pulling
sure
in.
what
I think it's pulling in the.
happens. I don't know what's pulling.
It's pulling the 3 off of the last deed. So.
Oh, is it okay? I was gonna say I have it. It's a D10 plus 4 is what's it supposed to be. So I don't know. So it should be 4 plus 4, I think.
It should be a +1 because your strength modifier is only 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It just says 1d10 plus 4 on here, but I don't know. That might be just because it's like.
Oh, okay.
That's probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you go and you're hacking with this ooze. It's just dripping off of the ceiling. It's not quite the curtain it was, and whew, you can see whisking away. There's this ooze. At this point, it is just like one little pudding cup of ooze really left, and it's like a little petri dish that is like trying to like it's like I screwed up, sorry. He starts to like make his way out. Garmir, it is your turn.
He's down, I think.
Oh, you're down. The ooze.
Am I down? I thought I was standing again.
Are you standing?
You got
I thought, okay,
didn't you get
yeah.
knocked back down?
I
Yeah.
thought you missed me. You did? I am back down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a healing
Uh,
potion, though, so...
So this is what happens. The ooze makes its way into one of those rat holes and scurries away.
No, I want to kill that thing.
Maybe in a future adventure. I don't know. I'll write the backstory of the gelatinous ooze sentient creature.
10,000 rats later, he is a monster. Terrorizing the
Nothing but
city.
rats.
Mm-hmm.
So here you are in this mess of a room amidst all of this dark magic, the sign of Crooked Isek all about, etched into the stonework. The flickering of the candlelight. Your comrade down on the ground.
You have one of those onions. Can you feed it to Garmir? The healing things.
Yeah, I have a healing, and I'll hand it to him. I thought you were... What? Shrinking people? No. Yes, here.
Okay.
All right, and I'll take it myself. No, just kidding. I'll give it to you, Armir.
Are you gonna like feed it to me?
Yeah. I'm gonna hold your head in my lap and just like
Hold your hair
mouth and
back.
just-
What kind of music is playing in the background?
Titanic theme. All right. Anyways, yeah. So I think it was. I remember correctly. It is a. I think it's just like a healing potion, like 2d4 maybe. That would be really good.
Let's see. I don't think it was quite that much. I think it's 1d4 plus
1d4.
1.
Yeah,
2.
that was a d6.
That was a d6. Roll a
Oh,
d4.
I'm sorry. They're touching each other. That's a 2.
So 3 points. So you're all a little bit beat up here. You got a little bit of time here maybe to patch up if you got some fleeting luck or luck that you want to burn to roll a hit die, you could.
Yeah,
I
I'm
have
gonna do
4
that.
lucks. I have 4 lucks left and no fleeting luck, so I'm like... I can't really... If you get to like 2, you die or something... Good situation for me.
If you get like three or under, like things are gonna start looking pretty grim.
Yeah, and I'm at
Just hold it.
4. I'm at 4, so I just have to hold and
All
a
right.
lot. I think
Do we have any other of those healing things? Did you
I was
actually
gonna
have
say,
one in
I
your
think-
inventory?
no. I just remember we had 3 of them all together, didn't we? There
Yeah,
were 3.
we just.
There were 3, but
And
one
we
of you drank
I
it
used
accidentally. Yeah.
Yeah, I drank 1 last time, so there should be 2.
Yeah.
So there should be 1 left.
One left.
right now. Yeah. So,
I'll give it to you. I mean, take it.
do you think I should take it? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take it then.
So I have to use luck to use
4.
my hit die.
4.
Yeah, you can burn
Yeah.
1 point of luck and then roll your hit die, which is a 1d6. You can recover that many hit points.
So I have a 0 bonus, but I'm worried that I'll go down to -1 at 7 or 8.
At 8, you would go at a -1.
Yeah, no. So I will not do that.
Okay. Everyone
So
feeling?
I've been like rolling at -2 for a while.
Yeah.
Just assume you'll never get a luck check, and it's good.
So you're all licking your wounds, patching up all this madness that has happened when the wall opens up, just like those skeletons, right down over here, and a creature lurches through the purple vapors that escape out of the passageway. Its resinous flesh is pulled tight against brown bones. The robes it wears are tattered, burned, and soiled from decades of waiting below Lankhmar's streets. It is twisted and hunched, a dead thing that walks with a black wooden crutch. At last, the creature sighs. At last, my news manifestation has arrived. And this is the boss fight. This is the big bad. This is the prophet of Crooked
Is he a
Isek.
rat? Is he a rat?
He is not a rat, but he is just kind of this hunched over. Oh man, he's nasty looking. He's like a flesh golem combined with like the Hunchback of Notre Dame and Tiny Tim. Just it's pathetic and terrifying all at the same time.
Go for the good leg. It's Tiny Tim.
So I'm going to drop him on the initiative, and we will get the final battle underway. And unfortunately, I didn't have a cool token for him. But we'll just put the M in here. We roll initiative, and who is up first but Twisted Munbada. And you see him, he lifts up the crutch and he points it right at who had one of the green coins. We had 2 characters that had a green coin.
I did not have a green coin.
You do have a green coin though.
You do, yeah, because we gave it to you because you were gonna give it to.
Oh yes, I was gonna try to gain favor with the boss. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
I thought Tolliver took it.
I think I have one too. I think I took one from the dresser. Yeah, I can remember I took all the coins. Yeah, so I have one.
I think incidentally, I'll bring that up later. But anyway, he's pointing his crutch. He doesn't necessarily know who has those green coins, but suddenly, Garmir, you sense heat radiating wherever that is packed on your body, and Tolliver the same intense, burning hot heat. I'm gonna make this a random roll to see if he targets one of you two, because if he does, it's real bad. And it's gonna be Tolliver.
Yes.
The crutch goes up, and he takes. You can see this like green energy coalescing at the end of the crutch, and it shoots out like this laser beam that strikes at you. And what do I need? You need to give me a will saving throw.
Oh no. Okay. Now, when I do this, can I use luck to enhance the saving throw?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So here comes the burn time. I'm going to burn 1 point to start. All right. So
I
10.
think you have a fleeting look too, don't you?
I used it to heal.
Oh, you just
I'll burn another one. I'm at 15. What do y'all think? I think I'm going to stay.
15 saves. You can feel for a moment. You just feel like this energy like hits your body, and you can feel like your consciousness like get kicked back out of your head, and then whoosh, whips back in. You're not vacating that so easily. Garmir, it is. Oh wait. No, he's got a second action die. I forgot about that.
Ooh.
So, second action die. Ooh, it's gonna be good. He's gonna cast a. He's gonna cast Mirror Image with a D16, and he's gonna lose the spell. Doesn't quite work. You see him, his like hunched back. He's trying to like sign, and he's speaking these words, and like you see his like his form for a moment, like maybe starts to duplicate, but sucks back in. He doesn't pull it off. Garmir, it is your turn.
All right. So I'm still not heavily injured anymore, but recovering. So I kind of from where I am, I'm gonna shoot at him with my sling.
All right. Sling 16. A 16 is going to hit. Go ahead and roll some damage. 2 points to Monbata.
It says it's a D4. I'm sorry.
All right, 4 points of damage. Nicely done. You hit him against the head, and he just kind of swings his head back, getting ready to conjure up the next spell. Bree, it is your turn.
Okay. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to grapple the crutch and kind of pull the crutch away, but also like switch him around while I'm doing it. So I'm kind of trying to do like one of these type moves.
Okay. Give me. I guess a strength check. You're trying to reposition him.
Get the freaking.
You move up and he lifts up the crutch and he just like whacks you in the face. He's like, "Get away!"
Son of a bitch. Okay, cool.
Tolliver, it's your turn.
All right. While she's struggling with this guy, can I try to slip behind him to take a stab?
You want to try to slip behind him? You're not really gonna be. He's like in the portal. So like you're gonna get one too if you try such a thing.
All right, fine. I'll just I will.
He's in a doorway. Sorry.
I know. Well, I thought she was like wrestling him, and who knows.
We'll lure him in, and then you can backstab him.
All right, I will. I'll pick up my silver dagger and just run up and just shank him.
Yeah, in DCC, the backstab is really like it's really meant to be like maybe a once a combat kind of thing. Like you might get your, you know what I mean.
Sure.
It doesn't quite work the way in sneak attack in D&D.
Right.
You know, you get it every turn.
I'm just asking. I'm just desperate. I miss.
Yeah. All right, Twisted Monbata. He's gonna give it another try here. Will saving throw from Tolliver.
All right. All right. Here we go. Burning in a point of luck.
All right.
13.
You make it.
Oh god.
And then here comes the D16. He is going to attempt to he's going to attempt a charm person on Garmir. And unfortunately, that spell does not go off. Garmir, it is your turn.
Know that he tried. It's not like X-Men where I can feel you in my brain or trying to do that, right?
No, the spell was so bad. It was so bad that you don't even feel it.
All right. Does he look embarrassed?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, his whole existence is just embarrassment. He looks pathetic and all curled up, and his skin, his muscle tissue is exposed. You know, everything's revealed.
All right, I'm gonna sling at him. 12.
12 will not do it. Your stone goes ricocheting off the corner of the portal that he is standing in, doorway, and just knocks to the floor. Bree, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go out and just try to hit him as hard as I possibly can, just full on murder hobo mode. So that's what I'm doing.
Sounds good. And there is a crit.
Yay!
Deed die comes up. Roll on your crit table. Sunder's foe. Oh man, you shatter the crutch. It goes flying to the
Yes.
ground. He's disarmed. Roll some damage.
Oh, baby girl. Okay.
6 points of damage. He's still up. Tolliver.
All right. So seeing as I don't have an opportunity to get in there and jab him, I am going to drop my dagger and shield and go crossbow.
Sounds good. Oh, Bree, point of fleeting luck for you.
Oh, thank you.
Hey.
All right,
All
take a
right.
crossbow shot. Boom.
Do I dare? Do I do this? I'm gonna run the risk. No, I won't do anything. All right. That's it.
Twisted Munbata. He is not having luck with what he was attempting on Tolliver, so he's going to bring up and cast. Let's see a chill touch. I think that is what he's feeling. Let's see. Spells. Got it. Chill touch. So he's going to make a roll here. Boom. Looking good. He is going to cast this at... this is going to be cast at Bree, because you're right there with him. Caster's hands are charged with negative energy, and... oh, man. He drops this on you. You're going to take... a total of six points of damage, Bree. As you just feel the cold of death like infiltrates this lethargy infects your muscle tissues, and you just feel yourself like aging and wrinkling. Garmir, it is your turn. Garmir?
Chris, you there?
Oh, that's me. I thought you were talking about. Sorry. So I'm just going to, since I'm still alive and awake, I'm just going to keep on slinging. Oh, come on.
Just not even close now. It's just remarkably bad. Oh, Bree, it is your turn.
Please help us. The thieves are failing.
Yeah, I'm just going to, again, just full on, like, rage, murder, hobo, just hack and slash right now.
Attack roll is looking good. All right. Roll some damage. Still up. Tolliver, it is your turn.
All right, I'm just gonna take a shot with the crossbow, hoping to kind of like nail him in his forehead while Bree is beating on him. So here comes the crossbow.
That will hit.
Okay, and then here comes the damage.
How would you
5
like to
points.
finish it?
So does he have like the glowing eyes like the skeletons, or is he more like a zombie?
He kind of looks like some kind of like almost more like a inside out flesh golem-y kind of thing. His physical mass twisted and contorted, his spine like pokes up out of the muscle tissue at its point. He's got this severe hunchback.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the bolt right through the side of his head and just all the way through, like he's wearing one of those comical like arrow through the head things, just like straight in, like skewer him in the temple.
All right. It seems that you go and you skewer him, and he just starts leaking out kind of everywhere from every little wound that he's taken during the course of this body. And you see him charging up with one more like necrotic touch to try to reach out to grab at Bree, and collapses to the ground as she sidesteps out of the way. There was this green jewel that you see that like is hanging on a chain around his neck, and it kind of drops down as he slumps, and the green jewel kind of like starts to radiate, and you feel the same like intense heat off of those coins that you have. And they shatter, as do the coins in your pockets. Thousands of pieces. And then you see from all the rat holes all around, like swarms of rats come scurrying out and start like picking up all the little pieces of the shard, carrying them away, streaming, so many of them that they're like climbing and almost like clambering up on top of you, like comical amounts of rats pouring in, squeaking and squeaking and squeaking. And you also notice that some of these rats are scurrying away with the little jewels, but just as many come in and start like devouring the flesh of that body. And as they are doing so, they start swiftly bearing all of this away. And they just as soon as they came, they leave you all alone, but scurry back into their rat holes.
We have to warn the government about this.
But
The
then
rats.
you see
They're behind it.
one rat pokes its head up and out of one of the holes after they have left, and this one is bearing a little hat, like a little detective hat. He's got like a tiny little pipe in his mouth and overcoat. He's got the Sherlock Holmes thing going on, and he says, "Well done. His protection is shattered. This sacrifice will at last be taken where it belongs. We thank you, and as do the gods of Ilthmar, many times over. You have a friend with us." And he scurries back. You gonna try to grab his tail?
Kill him.
No, I won't stop them.
Okay.
I want to stop.
So he scurries on back. Maybe it seems that maybe the rats are enemies of Isek. They serve a different deity, the rat deity, and Isek are maybe not on the same page. And so
I guess the rats are on our side, kind of. What were they doing building the machinery?
I just ponder and stare off.
Did we just assist in a rat army's freedom?
I think we also killed a god. Such as they are.
Fair, it was literally the most decrepit god. I just want to point that out. But carry on.
All the
maybe-
gods are decrepit.
it might not be like super clear. You didn't do battle with a god. You did battle with one that was proclaimed to be his prophet.
Oh, I know.
Okay. I didn't know if that was clear to everyone or not.
Yeah, this is.
I mean, you
just
can call it whatever
Oliver's-
you want. Yeah. Who's gonna argue, right? Even the ooze guy is gone.
That's right. No witnesses. Yeah, Tolliver is creating a new conspiracy as we speak. Is all that's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we're here to get the silver hands, but I feel sort of final. We want to look for them.
At this
I
Um,
mean,
Up to you.
What else can be in this area? Maybe I don't want to find those hands. Maybe I should just quit my job. But there's silver hands. If there's a silver body, we could make a fortune.
It's true. What do you say, Bree? We keep looking or we get the hell out of here?
I frankly don't care about the hands or about anything anymore. But whatever. You want to find the hands? Let's find the hands. Okay.
So, as we're
Well,
wrapping
it
up
looks
here,
pretty banged up. Oh, go ahead.
as we're wrapping up here, you do decide to scour the place looking for those silver hands, and you will find them rather quickly. They are in Area 8, right next to. You could have gone down in here. You will find them on the body of a skeleton. It seems that they have danced their way up and attached themselves to their master. There is a kind of an oblong stone where the skeleton rests. The hands are upon its wrists, its arms crossed in a resting type of position. Carved on the stone over the skeletal head are the words, "Missive. He served his master well." The skeleton's spine is malformed. This is one of the 7 prophets that was trying to bring their master to life here. You can easily disarm the skeleton and take these back. Munbara will offer you a pretty handsome amount. Now that he knows that they're animated, they're actually magical. Most of the trash that is in his store is not so. Even if he declares it to be so. So this he is very, very excited about. You return back to the store. And here's the last cliff illustration then that we can show you that kind of wraps up the ending here. Just gotta pull up my images real quick. And Ruga's shop. This is like the last illustration in the book. There's a good picture of Ruga. So you make your way back, and he says, "So, I see you found the hands. Very well done. I hope it wasn't too much trouble for you."
It was a bit of trouble. A bit of a expensive trouble. Maybe 100 rilks. Expensive.
Well, 100 rilks sounds like a good amount of money. I'd gladly give you that much for those hands. You see he's like counting out the money, like as you say it, like he's like, done.
No, that's just the recovery fee. These hands are ours now. Ruga. They changed ownership to the rightful owner, and we've retrieved them. So we could sell them to you. I don't know. I'm just like bullshitting.
He's like, make a personality check.
Oh, damn it. I wish you know how the economy worked. I was like, I thought 100 was a lot.
It is a lot.
All right. 14.
He's like, you're strong arming him. He's like, hey, I cut you a deal earlier. Now you're being kind of a dick. Look, okay, fine. I'll give you 150 gold rilks for him. How about that? Seems reasonable.
Each. That's what we were talking about.
What?
Each one of us is an independent.
You crazy man. I can't pay that kind of cash. Look, maybe we can barter. I've got more scrimshaw owls and other types of.
Do you have that one that protects you against shipwrecks?
Yeah. This one over here. It's protected several ships against shipwrecks, and
That's
it will
right,
do
man.
so for you too.
Toss it in and make it an even 100 each, and I think we got a deal.
Oh man, 100 each. He says, I can't do that. How about this? I'll give you 60 each.
I look at the others.
Ruga, that's less than you accepted at 150. It's
I
only
wasn't-
50 more for
I was
200.
talking 150 total.
Let's talk about how much money you owe me for my time.
Your time? Why am I buying this from you? You were supposed to get it yourself and bring it back.
No.
Now I'm buying my
No.
own property back. This is ridiculous. You're
That's-
Take the
useless.
60, Ruga. We're just messing with you. A little gallows humor.
That's between you, these guys. I work for you. You owe me time for my time, and I was dead and back again today, trying to do well for your business.
Oh, gee, take it up with HR. What do you want me to do about it? You get paid your regular wages. This is ridiculous. Are you fired, by the way?
No, fuck you! I quit. I'm following strength. I'm following these guys.
All right. So you can each mark down on your character sheet. You got 60 gold rilks each for recovering the hands. Like I said, Garmier, you can go to level 2 for surviving this adventure.
Look at me surviving stuff now.
Miracle.
Yeah.
Miracle. Thanks to
And,
Casey.
And Tolliver and Bree,
Yeah.
three more adventures, and you guys can go to level 3.
I just need to desperately figure out a way to like get some luck because I'm now at 4 luck, and so things are
Yeah.
not real great for me right now.
Yeah, and you don't have a way of recovering it the way the thieves do, so you gotta win some races, I guess.
I guess I gotta just like really work on just like screw everyone just as fast as I can, and yeah.
You're cursed.
Yeah, you fell back into
Man.
your old occupational habits, trying to save the lady there.
Yep, made the mistake.
So that's the end of our DCC Lankhmar that we were doing here for Gary Con. I hope you enjoyed it and had some fun with that. We'll probably do some more DCC Lankhmar in the future because I think these modules are a lot of fun, so I'd like to keep doing them. And I hope some of our players that have joined us for the run might be interested. So if you enjoyed
Definitely, that's really fun.
yeah, I think you did like all the cool stuff basically in that one. There's some other rooms that you could have explored and things like that, but by far like the gelatinous cube thing is probably my favorite room. If you're watching out there and it looked like a lot of fun to play some DCC Lankhmar with us, I know I'm not like the best judge in terms of like how do the rules work in DCC. It's just kind of like I don't know. This is what's happening now. But if the modules look like fun, please join us in Discord. I'll put the link to the Discord here in our chat so you can join up with us. We're always talking and hanging out in between the streams, discussing the things that we like about the things that we're doing, exploring new things to try out together. So if I do decide to do some more DCC Lankhmar adventures, I'll definitely be posting them up in our LFG channel. And it'd be kind of fun maybe do one of these a month or something like with the community. So I think what I'm going to probably do going forward is there'll probably be another meet adventure that I'd like to do with like people that didn't get a chance to play DCC Lankhmar this for the GaryCon games. so we can have like another group that coalesces and build some relationships there, and then maybe funnel them out to some other adventures with everyone else, so we can get to see some more of the town, more of the city, or maybe at some point we'll break out of Lankhmar and explore some of the other areas of Naywan. So
Sounds awesome.
cool.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. It was a lot of fun.
I really
Seeing
like
things
how
happen.
luck works. Luck is really fun. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe not for Lauren, but
Yeah.
What was so frustrating was that I got terribly low rolls on things that I needed high. Every single luck check, it was like 17, 15, like
Well, but you
You
also
know
had like
what?
3 crits. You had 3 of
Yeah.
those 4
that
crits.
is
this
true.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
You carried this whole dungeon. Like with those crits, they were insane. So yeah, but you're right. Yeah.
So
You're
if
very
that
unlucky. You're cursed. Stay away.
if you hadn't made those will saves, Winston, it could be like real bad. It could be
What
real
would have
bad
happened?
real
I'm
quick.
curious.
He like starts to he kicks you out of your body, and you like end up like just drifting like in the astral plane as he is like manipulating your body, and you just like have to sit there and like watch it. And like there's some little actions that you gain to like try to stop him, but it's like super limited, and like you're just kind of like this out of body experience while you watch yourself murder all your friends.
Wow.
And you become the goo.
Yeah.
You become the goo. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I burned some luck on that because
That was
anytime
worth it.
Wilson
Yes.
comes up, yeah. And then that D4 I knew was made it possible. Man,
Thank you,
these
Casey.
are fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks, Casey.
we had a little bit of assist from the chat as we improvised our our EXP store that we have on the stream. We try to let the audience have a little bit of fun with us. By when you watch, you get to earn the EXP. When you cheer, when you follow, all that stuff earns you EXP, and then you can come and mess with our players. All right, so it's hard to believe with how I'm feeling that it's only like day 2 because I feel totally like it's Sunday already. But tomorrow is Saturday, which is a very special day for our GaryCon folks. You'll definitely see me on stream in my Hawaiian shirt. That's kind of the tradition at GaryCon, is you wear your Hawaiian shirt in honor of Gary Gygax, who thought that was cool, I guess. That was his fashion. We will be playing bright and early, 10 a.m., more Storm King's Thunder with Casey. And then he's pulling double duty for us tomorrow at 3 p.m. He'll be running another game, some White Plume Mountain, starting at 3. And then we do Isle of Dread. So lots of things happening on the channel. Come back and hang out with us. Yeah, I'm going to pull the stream down. Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you all soon.
Thank you.
Bye.